したら落ちてくガラスの迷路ひび割れた公園まだ消えないまま藤滝を置く誰かの夢にすり替わる名前さえ今奪われてく聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ黒いタイピン運命に鼓動が刺さる笑うシステム感情を食らう震えた指でログアウト先を探してるでも君の手が確かにここにある忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えていけ必殺
Hashtag Jill Valentine.
君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく挟むく影抱きしめながら傷ついても夢を離すな一つ操られた未来を君と一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう
Hashtag Jill always been a trust guy myself.
That's right. That's right. Welcome everybody to another episode of Hypnocast. We are live, boys. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, boys, you got to bring it in. Come on, listen. We got some interesting people in the chat. Have I ever considered making a custom Hypnotic Gundam? No! No! It's too much money. Guys, bring it in. Come on, listen. It's Tuesday. We survived the worst day of the week, okay? Nobody liked Monday. Nobody liked Monday. So now we can stop pretending that we like Monday. And now we can get in here and hug each other out on this beautiful, glorious Tuesday evening. Let's go. Hurry up. I get it. You guys are coming in here from all across the internet, all watching the same exact stream. Every single one of you are watching 200 different content creators and asking what are the origins for. But guess what? We're going to come in here now and we're going to talk some gaming stuff for the next 2 hours before you go out there and start asking what the origins are for again. So get in here. Let's go. Come on. We got to hug it out, man. Stop running away. Stop running away. We're already getting votes for Jill. It's crazy. It's crazy. which I kind of expected, but, you know, you never know. Guys, get in here. Come on, hurry up and listen very closely. If you are watching over on YouTube, like the stream. Do it. Do it. Old Man Cad says, I don't really feel like hugging anyone. Okay, listen, Old Man Cad is a little upsetty spaghetti. All right, he's upsetty spaghetti because his video game that he's been looking forward to for like 2,000 years, I guess he wasn't looking at, you know, paying attention to the character designs because I feel like it's pretty obvious what they were going to do. But he found out that the game has choice character designs, and he's not very happy. So I need everybody to go and lick Old Man Cad's feet. Come on, let's go. He's in a bad mood. He's in a bad mood. We're gonna call him Old Angry Cad today. He's Old Angry Cad. He's not Old Man Cad. He's Old Angry Cad. Listen, if you're watching over on Rumble, like the stream. Let's go. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, that's impossible. And most likely you're complaining about the intro, which makes you... You are gay! That's right. That's right. Like the motherfucking stream, boys. All right, guys, listen. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking? What are we checking today, guys? We got a lot we got to talk about. Listen, a couple of good things happened today. Number one, I rolled credits on Replaced, and goddamn, is that a game amazing. Fuck IGN for trying to fuck over that video game, whether intentionally or not. They could go suck a dick. That game was fucking cinema, boys. Absolute cinema. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, I finally got my hands on the Steam controller. That's right, boys. That's right. I got my hands on the Steam controller, and I used it for about 3 hours today so far. So, gonna give my thoughts on that. That should be fun.
Hashtag Jill Valentine.
Another vote for Jill.
Sandfall, be smart. Don't associate with the female Voldemort.
True. True. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the 5, Mr. Melancholy. Appreciate that, man. We're going to go over some supers from early on, but the votes are already coming in, guys, for the waifu battle today, but we're going to go over that. Mixtape felt it, check. Let's fucking go, boss. Can't wait to hear your review, check. What did you say, check. Vote Jill Valentine, check. What else we got? Music and Replace was fire, check. Bluntborn, check. Olden Era is actually good, check. Atreus is suffering from Mixtape now, check. Hey, man, listen. Listen, Atreus was willing to do it for $300, you know, and if that's worth your sanity, then, yeah, I don't really know what to say. I don't really know what to say. You know, you got it right. Maybe he'll finish this game because we all know he didn't finish Dustborn. But this game's also a lot shorter, so, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Nintendo failed on Star Fox, check. Old Man Cat is coping and seething, check. Did you send Atreus a $300? No. No, I would never waste my fucking money. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And most of the time, Atreus doesn't finish the game, so I'm definitely not doing it. Hell no. Somebody else did that. It's not bad. I've been playing it without $300. Toxin, you are also the kind of man that told another man that you are thick in the booty, okay? Like, I'm just saying, man, it's a little bit odd, all right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We got Nintendo felt it, check. Meanwhile, you want the $3,000 we got to steal. Yeah, you guys got to steal, man. Listen, I'm not gonna subject my sanity for fucking $300. I'd rather go play something else, no offense. But hell yeah, man. If you think that it is equivalent and you can watch Atreus play a Mixtape and get your jollies off, then by all means, give that man $300 and have at it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, listen, ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Let's like the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call, man. Let's see who is in this chat hanging out with us on this beautiful Tuesday. It is a gorgeous Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who is actually in the chat hanging out with us right now in the chat. We got Toxin. He says cake is cake. You see what I'm saying? You see how gay this man is? He said cake is cake. It's crazy. We got Jonathan. We got T-Jab. He says, Hypnotic, given the claim that you don't have to actually use the controls, he may just sit there eating chicken and it'll finish itself. That may be true, except for some reason, Atreus is one of those black people that apparently does not eat fried chicken. I don't know if he's a hybrid or I don't know if he's like a shiny Pokemon of the black race. I'm really not exactly sure what's going on there. But that's what he claims. So I don't really know, like, I don't know if it's going to be chicken. It might be something else. But yeah. So that's not real. Again, he might be a shiny Pokemon. Although he's black, so he's not really that shiny. Maybe he's, I don't know, what would you call that? A dark type? I have no idea. Regardless, let's continue. T-Jab, shout out to you, my man. Look at T-Jab with the fucking Super Saiyan blue hairstyle. Oh my god, it's amazing. Look at that legend, bro. Soul Reaper 2078. We got Black Tailgate. What's going on, Black Tailgate? We got Felstaff. We got Zebra Stitch. We got Raza. We got Chicken Joe. We got Matthew saying Hero Priest. We got Beautiful Zexel, Felstaff, Dragon, Old Man Cat says, I'm here, fuck everyone. Brother!
Hashtag Yennefer.
Yo, we gotta vote for Yennefer from Dark Obsidian. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Dark Obsidian. You guys ever notice when Kata, you know what's one thing I hate that Kata does, bro? Oh my god. I've been forgetting to tell him. When Kata's on a stream and he's liking what he sees, you know what he does? He'll just be talking and be like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, bro, I hate that shit. The fuck is that? You sound like Biden having a fucking stroke. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
As Razorov celebrates 3 months of membership,
shit,
I'm
man.
here. Get some Yennefer love in here.
Hey.
I'm disappointed in you lot.
Yeah, man, we got to get some Yennefer love going on, bro. We got to get some Yennefer love. What an odd dip pick, bro. I'm telling you, it's one of those things that I always pay attention to the details. I'm weird like that. Like I'm a super detailed person. I like paying attention to the details. So I'll just see some weird shit like that, and I'll hear like hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm like, bro, stop that fucking shit, man. Anyway, let's continue. we got Joel Jimenez, King Demon Wing, the fucking legend. Look at that guy, man. Look at that legend, Brother, what? My usual good sir and whatever for the other two from Rumble. What do you mean the other two? Brother. Brother, what the
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Yo, King Demon Wing is gonna make me have a fucking stroke, bro. He's gonna make me have a fucking stroke, bro. King Demon Wing just dropped a $400 gigabanger on Jill Valentine over on Rumble. What the fuck?
We have ourselves a red bull.
Hashtag Yennefer. Yeah.
Hyper!
Oh yeah.
Hyper banger!
Bro, what the fuck, dude? King Demon Wing. Just dropping it on Jill Valentine's entire face, bro. Oh my god. It's gonna take a combined effort of the chat to take this man down. Holy shit, dude. We're only in the first fucking round. I haven't even got to the actual battle yet. Oh my god, man. All right, well, we're gonna get to that, King Demon Wing. I'm still doing shout outs, brother. You gotta give me a second. Holy fuck. King Demon Wing, shout out to you. It's fucking crazy, man. Crazy. Dude dropped 50 fucking memberships yesterday. A fucking $500 gigabanger on Lara Croft. I can't even keep up half the time. Beautiful Zexel, shout out to you, man. Dark Today, Gaming Wolf 87, what's going on, brother? Monkey Man 04, Magni, Vice Admiral Deku of Mars, what's going on, dude? Soul Reaper 2078, Full Metal 921, Limitless Andre, Dark Obsidian, he says, sorry guys, I tried, I don't have 500. Oh, that's the thing, you don't need 500, you just need the combined effort of multiple people to support Yennefer and hope that it equals to 500 or more. I don't know. We'll see. Weedy for Sweetie, what's going on, dude? Benjamin Altman, what's going on, brother? We got Hash Slinging Slasher. I can never say that name fast. I can never say it fast. We got Matt Fun Cool. What's going on, Matt Fun Cool? The Voice of the Water. We got, let me see, Ron DFK. Everybody touch the hat. We got Joel Jimenez. What's going on, Joel Jimenez? We got
at Robin 10 celebrates 2 months of membership. Look at my big knowledge grow.
Yo, Robin 10 is at 2 months. Let's fucking go, bro. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. We got a kick of Dadits. What's going on, man? All right, 4 more people. Then we're gonna get on with the show, man. Who's here? We got Panther. He doesn't even know if he's here. Panther's like, maybe I'm here, maybe I'm not here. I could be, could not be. Who knows? Who knows? We got Split Tax. What's going on, Split Tax? He said Mixtape fan here. Oh, man. Oh, man. We got a Mixtape fan here. Jesus Christ, man. I keep saying I knew it. I knew it. When I was playing Counter-Strike, I just knew that there was a reason why Split Tax was getting all the fucking headshots from my rifle. And now I know why. Now I know why. I'm just kidding. I love you, Split Tax. Taffy. What's going on, Taffy? How you doing? And last but not least, we got, let me see. We got Deidre Connick on Rumble, Leon Styles over on Rumble, Torino over on Rumble, Crash Collins over on Rumble, Zalosi over on Rumble, Basic Bridge over on Rumble, Denarier over on Rumble.
Hashtag Jill, hashtag Yen.
Both Sile and Dark Var stream Mixtape. I was saying my eyes. Tell them, Brandon.
Love that T-Spirit.
You can't split votes in the tournament, so that's all going to go to Jill. That's $5 to Jill. Goddamn. Thank you. I appreciate that. And my condolences for watching multiple Mixtape streams. See, I wish I was a true grifter. I need to unlock that. I need to just play all these bad games knowing that they're going to get maximum viewership. I need to do that. But instead, I'd rather just avoid them and play the games that people say they want to see. Or games that I personally want to review. $5 more for the pylon? Yeah, seriously. You used to? No, I didn't. I would let people pay their way into that. But now I'm like, you know what? Let's just kind of skip that. Let's just go to actual better games. I'm on my 6th watch through. It's great. You watched 6 fucking watches of Mixtape? What is wrong with you? He says I'm kidding. Oh, okay. Thank God. Thank God. All right, guys, man. Listen, ESG scores are at their maximum. We're fully funded, and I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member, and let's see who is going to get the final call-out money shot today on this beautiful, glorious Tuesday. Who is it going to be? Let me see some names, man. Let me see some sacrifices. We got Voice in the Water saying no Uno reverse, Max Overshield, Cloak engaged, booty hole protected by emojis. What the fuck is this? The organism of the day is the desert rock nettle of the Mojave, which is covered in stinging hairs so powerful they can pierce leather gloves. That is really descriptive. But unfortunately, below you only said to go one time, right? So I guess we're going to go to Taffy, where her only response to that is, yikes. Yikes. Taffy, listen. Taffy, what are we doing? What are we doing? Taffy, come on, you've been here long enough. How do you not know if you are going to say yikes to protect yourself at the bare minimum, Taffy? At the bare minimum. Come on, Taffy. She says pen, pineapple, apple pen. No. And now you can't stop it. You can't stop it. Congratulations, Taffy. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
Like this stream. All right, guys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today, all right? We got the gamer writing an article trying to convince everybody that the chuds are lying about Mixtape. Yes, I know, you're shocked. You're shocked. They're trying to convince you that the game has plenty of gameplay and that everybody making these videos talking about the game having little to no gameplay apparently is just lying through their teeth, that the game, is like every other interactive, whatever kind of movie game. Very interesting stuff. I don't know. I want to see what the gamer has to say. I want to see how they're going to try to explain this one. It's always interesting watching these people work. So we'll see how that goes. We are also going to talk about Subnautica 2. Guys, remember yesterday where I was literally talking about all these video games getting leaked, right? Forza Horizon 6 got leaked. Death Stranding 2, a day before release, got leaked. The Pirates are having a field day. The Lego Batman game, Walmart fucked up. The game was available to play early for a few days before they eventually fixed it. Guys, like, they're having a fucking field day with this. And now, Subnautica 2, also, 2 days before the release of the game, got leaked as well. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how this continues to happen, but something fucked up is happening. Because if all these games are getting leaked a couple of days before the actual release, brother, like, do we need to have a conversation? Do we need to look at our teams that are working here? Like, what's happening here? How the fuck is this game getting leaked too? This is crazy. Anyway, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to look at the entire situation and see what we can find out about that. We also got Lego Batman. Guys, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight has released an official launch trailer. And IGN also has a supposed final preview. I don't know which one I'm going to look at, but regardless, I want to look at it and kind of see what the final, just what the final launch trailer has to showcase. Check it out, see what's going on with that. And then we also are going to talk about Crimson Desert because, oh my goodness, over the last 24 hours or so, there has been an insane fucking push to try to cancel Crimson Desert all of a sudden. Oh my God, the game is getting censored. They hid Damien's, I don't know how to say her name, Damien's booty. They hid her booty with the outfit, and people were losing their mind over it, claiming censorship, and all that stuff. They didn't even bother waiting for Crimson Desert to make a statement. They were just like, fuck this game, censorship, whatever the case would be. Anyway, it's not true. Apparently, it was a complete fuck up on their part because they were trying to fix a clipping issue, and by trying to fix a clipping issue, the piece of whatever, like the coding that basically what was supposed to be invisible was not invisible, and it was actually showing. So it made her look like she was wearing shorts, which was problematic. So they're fixing it. They already put it on their known issues list, and they're fixing it in their next patch. Again, whether you believe them or not, that's up to you. But the internet has already decided that this game is fucking woke slop, and that's basically it. So I don't blame people for having a quick reaction, especially since we talked about it yesterday, right? With the whole Stellar Blade situation and what happened with the outfits that they're trying to claim were, totally their vision, even though it wasn't, because the 1.0 disc had the original outfits on it. Anyway, so apparently it was a bug. I'll say this before we'll talk more in the topic, but I'll say this. Crimson Desert has earned enough leeway with me to give them at least one benefit of the doubt, and this will be their one benefit of the doubt. Now, if they do this again, if they fuck up again, well, then we can have a different conversation. But considering all the stuff they've been doing right by people, I'm not going to immediately be like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they are people like in the eyes of the internet. In the eyes of the internet, they just been completely like, now it's woke slop. It's the same thing that's been happening with other video games. Like the moment people find out one thing, now all of a sudden, the 1,000 hours they spent in the game doesn't mean anything, and now it's just like it's fucking slop. The whole game is slop. So anyway, we're going to talk about it. We're going to check that out and see what's going on with that. We got a bunch of other fast topics to go over as well. We got 007 final gameplay, and apparently they are celebrating the fact that they've been able to hit just one outfit, Striker, because it was fixing a clipping issue with that one specific outfit. That's
At Old
why.
Man Cat celebrates
Old
15
Man
months
Cat.
of membership. Hashtag Yennefer 15 months is fake news.
Okay.
Fortsu is a DEI'd dream.
Okay.
Prosthetic limbs, hearing aids, 3 body types,
Okay.
pronouns.
Okay.
Subnautica 2 was already in early access to releasing it sounds like a CEO move. Gotta save money.
Well, I mean, the Subnautica 2 nonsense that we saw, or that you're talking about, has been pretty evident. I mean, people were looking at the initial trailer, and you could see the character designs. You could see where their mindset was. In terms of Forza, I mean, it's fucking Playground Games. Are we really shocked that Playground Games is adding these things into their game? Are we really shocked by that? I don't know. I'm trying to sit here and talk some sense into people. Like, guys, it is Playground Games, okay? These are the people that are making Fable, right? These are the people that gave the female walk to the male characters that they slapped down at the last second for their latest showcase on Fable, because they wanted people to totally think that they always were going to go with the character creator, or at least the bare bones character creator that they showcased. Well, we all know that wasn't the case. We all know that they fully planned to go with the female character they were showcasing for the entirety of the time until all the backlash came. And they're like, all right, well, if we just slap on a ghetto fucking character creator, maybe people will give us a chance. You know what I'm saying? So, you despise Subnautica 2 in advance? Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Old Man Cass is just pissed off. Yeah, it's fine, bro. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. But, yeah, I'm more so concerned about the actual car gameplay. You know what I mean? I want to see what's possible. Do they force the pronouns on you, by the way? Do you know that? Or is it an option? I'm curious. Because, again, I haven't seen the leaks of Forza. I try not to look at the leaks because I plan to review the game. So, but do you know if it's forced on you, or is it like an option? Oh, Man Cass says yes. So you have to pick a pronoun, basically. You can't just pick like nothing. Is that how it's going? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, again, it's Playground Games, right? It could be rage bait, rage marketing when you can't make a good game, leading to the woke cringe. Maybe that's possible. That's possible. They're definitely starting to do that more and more often these days. You pick it and that's the end of it. Okay, so kind of like Starfield. Kind of like Starfield, right? Forza Horizon 5 already had it. It's such a no issue. Yeah, I mean, again, for me personally, I've said this many times. Pronouns are fucking gay, right? But if the rest of the game is amazing, it's not going to be something that's going to stop me from playing the game. I'm just going to completely ignore it and move on. Because the thing is, these people, they want you to give it attention. They want you to look at it and have it ruin your entire fucking day, because that's what these people, that's what they like. You identify as me, though I'm offended. Don't identify as me. Don't do that. I'd rather have a new Burnout. I know. Azrai says, nope, I'm seeing pics of the character creator, 3 body types. Seriously? What the fuck is the 3rd body type? Wait, so you have body type A, B, and what? Z? What the fuck is that? What is that? What is a 3rd body type? So now we're at 3 body types now? Brother, how many body types? Bro, I really feel like what you should do to troll these people in real life, if you ever see somebody who's like a super wokey in real life, I think you should go up to them and be like, hey, listen, I know you have a point of privilege. I want to respect it. I'm just curious because I think you look like a really nice person. What body type do you know, what body type are you? Just ask them, what body type are you? You know, I want to make sure I'm respectful, and I call you by your pronouns and body type. Just what body type are you? Nobody uses body type in real life, all right? There's not a single fucking person that ever says my body type. You know, people use pronouns because they're retarded and all that stuff, but just be like, hey, so what body type are you? They're going to get offended so fast, they're going to think you're calling them fat. That's literally what it's going to be. Anyway, it's fine. All right, let's continue, boys. Listen, so we got a lot we got to go over today, but before we do any of that, guys, we're going to do Membership Train, Pre-Stream Legends. But first, we do have a tournament going on, ladies and gentlemen, and it's happening today. All right, so if you guys missed yesterday, man, holy shit, boys, King Dimmiwing is here, basically repeating history. If anybody's gonna fight for my girl Yennefer, please make yourself known. Like I said, try to do your summoning jutsu or some shit like that. I don't know, but in any case, Princess Zelda moved on to the next round, and Lara Croft moved on to the next round, which means Lara Croft is going to be facing off against Princess Zelda in the next round, whenever that may be. We have a lot of waifus to go over, but that's the first matchup that we have selected over the last couple of days. Now we have today's battle, which is going to be none other than Jill Valentine versus Yennefer from The Witcher boys. That's right. That's right, ladies and
At the
gentlemen.
Masters Whip celebrates 17 months of membership. I am Gen X. I tried for 10 minutes to type out how I feel about Mixtape, but YouTube ain't having it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Theater kids win the super chats tonight.
Bro, Masters Whip, I'm sure YouTube was probably like, yeah, we're not allowing any of this. They probably censored the shit out of your super chat, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you for 17 months, man. Thank you. Dude, that's not Jill. That's Jill from the movies. That's interesting because this looks like Jill from some of the later video games. But in any case, if you think it's the movies, then yeah, sure, I guess. Guys, listen, man. Listen. We gotta pick a winner today. Jill Valentine versus the Yennefer. Yes, I know it's Resident Evil 5, Jill. That's my point. It's clearly from the video games. But anyway. Let your voice be known in the super chats. Please make sure that whatever super chat you utilize, put hashtag name in the beginning so that I know who you're voting for.
I want to respect your pronouns.
Oh my God.
Psych. I don't care now. Kneel before me.
Hey, kneel before you. Relax. Relax.
Hashtag Jill.
Relax, it's gay.
To me, there are 6 body types:
What?
skinny tall, standard athletic, hulking white, round Harkonnen, square
Round?
fantasy dwarf,
What?
and goblin curved back.
What? Round Harkonnen, square fantasy dwarf, and goblin curved back. What the fuck? I mean, to be honest with you, I would rather see those than see whatever the hell Force is pushing, I'm sure. But Goblin curved back? That's crazy. What the fuck is Goblin curved back? You know what? I don't even want to know. It's fine. I don't even want to know. It's fine. It's all good. All right, guys. So with all that being said, we need to do pre-stream legends, which means we need to do membership train. Are we ready to get into this shit, man? I think we're at tier 2. I'm almost positive we're at tier 2 by now. And if not, maybe the membership train would get us there. Let's choo-choo, motherfuckers. Let's get on this train, and let's start the stream off strong, ladies and gentlemen. Are we ready? Yep, T-Jab says tier 2 has officially been reached. Look at that. Let's fucking go. We're going to use the membership train to celebrate. Let's go. Train emojis in the chat on YouTube and on Rumble. Stop waiting. Don't be lazy. Get on the train. Let's make it. Benjamin says, I'm ready. Let's fucking go. Let's light this shit up green.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's light it up green.
all aboard the membership train. Lights up, first spark, first flame, name after name, rushing down the frame. Midnight code, Hypnocast alive, every little badge like a
Crash
battle
Collins
cry.
with a membership
I see the
over
counter
on
climbing.
Rumble.
Tick, tick, tick. Every ping's a promise.
King Demon Wing with 10 memberships over on YouTube. Ron DMK, membership over on YouTube. Thank you, sir.
Every gifted heart, every flashing name, we ascend on the membership train. Side by side, we're breaking the chain. Turn the screen to
Arcangelus with a membership over on YouTube. Thank you.
Remember the name. We are Hypnocast.
That Backbone celebrates 12 months of membership.
Backbone with 12 months. Shout out to all you guys. Rumble fell asleep during that membership train, but Crash Collins held it down. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate that. And YouTube, King Dimwing, Ron DFK, Arcangelus, and Backbone. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, guys, let's get into the supers. Let's see what came in. We already read most of them with the TTS and whatnot, but we're gonna see what we got in the meantime in terms of early memberships. We got Janarthis, 13 months. I hope they make Mixtape Game of the Year just to celebrate the downfall on gaming journalism. Yeah, same. But the thing is, if GTA 6 actually does release this year, then they're not going to do it. If GTA 6 gets delayed, then they're absolutely going to do it. Absolutely. But thank you for 13 months. I appreciate that, man. We got Chaotic Holy in the beginning of the stream dropping a $20 banger for Jill Valentine. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Gray Soul followed it up with a 2 for Jill. Always been a Tris guy myself. I appreciate that. Mr. Melancholy, thank you for the 5 and the vote for Jill. And then King Demon Wing at the beginning of the stream dropped a 5 member shit banger.
I bought a pair of shoes from a drug dealer once. They were laced, so I was tripping hard all day.
Oh my god. That was so bad. Who did that? Odin Dark, that was terrible. King Demon Wing with the 5 memberships, thank you so much. And considering that's the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. Here we go. Shout out to you guys. Larry says, I feel like I've ingested a bunch of drugs. What is happening? Brother, this is an everyday occurrence, man. 7 days a week. This is 7 days a week over here, my man. Shout out to all you guys for helping us to get to not only tier 1, but tier 2 as well. With a special shout out to King fucking Demon Wing, holding it down every goddamn stream, practically getting us to tier 2 on his own. Thank you, man. Holy shit. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. And King Demon Wing, thank you for the 5 memberships. We got, we're going to get to your $400 in a second. Dark Obsidian with a $19.99. Thank you, sir, for the Yennefer vote. I appreciate that. I have faith that somebody will try to save Yennefer. Somebody will try to save Yennefer. Please, please save Yennefer. Raza for 3 months. Thank you so much. Toxin 189. Thank you. Voting for Yennefer. Robin 10 for 2 months. Thank you. And then Dragon with the 5. Thank you. That's a vote for Jill. I appreciate it. Kicking Donuts with the membership. Masters Whip 17 months. Appreciate it. Kratos Snape telling me to kneel before him. That was weird. That was weird. Benjamin with the 5. Thank you. I appreciate that. King Demon Wing with a 10 membership. Mega banger. More memberships. More memberships. More memberships. Shout out to King Demon Wing. 10 fucking memberships. I appreciate that, man. Ron DFK with the membership as well. Thank you, sir. Archangelus with the membership. Thank you. Backbone for 12 months. Officially unlocking that golden hair. Thank you so much. Odin Dark with that 5. Thank you. I appreciate it, even though it was a bad joke. I appreciate it regardless, man. Let's go over to Rumble. Rumble, what do we got going on, man? Rumble, you guys awake? We got Crash Collins with the 1 membership at the beginning of the stream. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And then we got Torinol with the 5 for hashtag Fearin'. The choice is clear. Torinol with the troll super chats during the waifu battle. Why am I not surprised? Torinol with a 2. Don't ask them their body type. That's engaging them. Just commend them on their bold choice of body type B. They'll assume it's code for fat or something, despite their own terminology. You're right, actually. You're right, actually. You should just walk up to a random, like, just crazy liberal person and be like, hey, you have a great body type B. I just wanted to tell you that. Thank you so much. I hope I didn't, you know, like impede on your point of privilege or anything like that. Just be like, yeah, you got a great body type B. Crash Collins with the membership. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then the legend, the absolute crazy bastard known as King Demon Wing dropped a $400 Red Boy Giga Banger over
Hashtag
on
Jill.
Rumble.
Never cared for gooseberry. Smells too much like duck farts.
You would say that.
Meanwhile, going to hang with Shunny in a boat.
True. Bro. Oh my God. Brother, you know what's crazy? Whoever designed that sound, that is not a slow clap sound. That is a clapping cheeks sound. And the fact that they gaslight us into thinking that it's a slow clap sound, it is not. It is literally clapping fucking cheeks. That is clapping cheeks. My God, man. King Demon Wing, $400.
It's a Red Boy Hyper Banger, bitches! Let's bring the ladies in!
Shout out to King Demon Wing. Thank you so much, brother. A $400 gigabanger is insane. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Odin Dark, I don't know what possessed you to drop a $2 banger during the clips, knowing the TTS was never going to be heard. But he says, what are typewriter's pronouns? Body type T. Maybe it was for the best. Maybe it was for the best. Thank you, Odin Dark. I appreciate that. All right, guys. We are essentially caught up everywhere. Let me just double-check Rumble one last time. Pretty sure we're caught up. And we are not. 16-bit dude. You didn't put that towards a waifu? Specifically Yennefer? Oh, my God. No. 16-bit dude dropped a $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger.
We have ourselves a Red Boy Hyper Banger!
'The man wants Latinas. Fuck it. Let's make it happen. He didn't vote for anybody. Stop gooning, old man cat. Absolute fucking legend, brother. He said, haven't seen the Latinas on in a while. Latinas, please. I respect it. I respect it. Rumble's getting all the red boys today, man. This is crazy. Shout out to Rumble. 16-bit dude. King Demon Wing. I appreciate that, man. Holy shit. Thank you, guys. All right. We are fully caught up officially. So let's get into the content. Are we ready, man? Are we ready to get into the content, boys? First and foremost, here's what we have to do. All right, here's what we have to do. I gotta show you guys that this is so funny. Hold on. Look at this, man. This is so actually fucking hilarious. Hold on. Let me see if I could bring this up really quick. Let's see. Watch this, guys. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I would actually buy this. And I'm not like an Xbox fan at all. I'm not an Xbox fan at all. But I gotta tell you, bro, if they release this as like a special edition or something, I think I might have to do it, bro. With all due respect. Tom and Jerry? It's a Tom box? Bro, exactly. Too Cool Curry. Yeah, I think I would buy this. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I can't even fucking pretend. This would be dibs? Nah. No, Nick Havoc. Absolutely not. This I would have to get this. I think that Asha Sharma should look at this and try to buy the rights to be able to make a Tom box and make it happen. Too easily pleased. You goddamn right I am. There are certain things that make it very easy. And a Tom and Jerry shaped Xbox Series X would actually be pretty amazing. I would never use it. I would just keep it in the box. But still. Jerry should have been the controller. I agree. Jerry should have been the controller. That would have been amazing. Your cat's an Xbox? Absolutely. It might happen. Xbox would do anything but make great games. That's fair. That's fair. But I saw that. I was like, I got to share it with you guys, man. That shit looks epic. Let me X this out really quick. Guys, funny story. So this is apparently going around. I don't know if this is 100% true. Take this with a grain of salt. I haven't tested it. Should I test it right now? I don't want to break my controller, though. I feel like this is a trick to break your fucking controller. Apparently, if you drop the Steam controller and you drop it, what is it, like a couple of... I don't know. Hold on. Let me see something really quick. What does he say? If you drop it... the controller screams when dropped by about 3 feet. Big picture mode once every 5 to 6 drops. Oh, I'm not in big picture mode. Okay. I'm not in big picture mode, so I can't do that right now. But apparently it does the Wilhelm scream. Apparently it does the Wilhelm scream. And even like journalist outlets are all verifying this. Again, take it with a grain of salt because I don't believe their fucking words usually. But check this out. That's hilarious, man. Apparently it's intentional from Steam, according to what they're saying. But if you have a Steam controller, I would test it. Go in big picture mode and drop your controller on something soft, not on a fucking floor or anything, and see if it works. I think that's pretty funny. You sure he's not playing something off screen? Normally, I would think he was, which is why I went and verified it. And there's a lot of people that are verifying that this is in fact true. Again, I haven't been able to do it myself. I will do it later, and I'll let you guys know on tomorrow's stream. But apparently it does the Wilhelm scream, which I think is pretty fucking funny. Scalpers approve this message. Fuck the scalpers. Nobody likes them. You need to see 3 people do this, and I'll believe it. Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I don't have anything soft that I could drop the controller on right now. I'm also not in big picture mode, so I can't do it. But I'll do it off stream, and I'll let you guys know tomorrow whether or not it's true. But it's pretty funny. If it is true, it's pretty funny. All right, let me X that out really quick. I want to go over some of the quick topics. Let's do 007. Let's go to 007 real quick, guys. So 007 is celebrating right now because they have been able to achieve the unachievable. Okay, they've been able to achieve the unachievable. They have been able to get 60 FPS on the highest quality mode on the PlayStation 5 Pro and 60 FPS on performance mode on a base PS5. That's right, boys. They did it. They did it. They finally achieved 60 FPS in a modern video game. It says, watch the gameplay video to get a feel for what you'll experience on May 27th. Pre-order now and get a free deluxe edition upgrade. So I figured let's watch the gameplay and see what's going on, which I wouldn't be shocked if there's still no blood, but, you know, people are going to be like, well, it's just for the trailer. There's going to be blood in the game. All right, we'll see.
I'll be in the office if anyone's looking for the key card for the CCTV.
Check out some gameplay. What do we got here?
Just have them radio and come find me.
All right, Gov, will do.
Guys, it only took the next generation of consoles to get 60 FPS gameplay to be something to celebrate. That's amazing, considering they were promising this since the last generation. But, you know, anyway. Yeah, exactly. This was promised in 2020, but hey, it is what it is. SplitTax says game is rated T, no blood in the game, by the way. Yeah, see, the thing is, SplitTax, I know that. I'm just responding to the people that are in my comments telling me that I'm sensationalizing, I'm a grifter, I'm this, I'm that. The game's going to have blood enabled in the game and that you can turn it on or off, even though everything I've researched has said that it's not going to have blood in the game like that. It's only going to have it in cutscenes, in controlled environments, and that gameplay is not going to have it. Again, I can't confirm because they won't answer the question. I'm just telling you what other people have said that have gotten their hands on the game. But anyway, it is what it is. What do I fucking know? This man's about to take a shit. Look at him.
Whoa. Hey, a little warning next time.
Huh? I feel sleepy.
Hey, excuse me.
Relax.
Are you lost?
All right, take it easy.
Stay.
I'm gonna give you up,
I like how everybody must have super fucking ashy skin in this game. Everybody's got super ashy skin in this game. Like, if you get shot in your face, there is a massive plume of white smoke. If you get punched in your face, there's a massive plume of white smoke. Like, everybody's skin is just fucking covered in dust, bro. It's so terrible. I hate it. Something so simple as just a little bit of blood could have made it just a little bit of a better experience. Like, I know it sounds insane. I know people are going to be like, oh, you're nitpicking, you're this. I don't give a fuck, brother. This is supposed to be... oh, my God. I know it's James Bond, and I'm not expecting gore, okay? Like, I'm not expecting fucking, like, needless amounts of violence. But what I am expecting is that if a man punches another man, then I'm going to see a little bit of reaction to that. Or even worse, if a man shoots another man in the face, then I'm not going to just see a plume of white smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I'm crazy in saying that. Yeah, I'm gonna start calling it Dust Bond. Exactly. Did this guy not hear anything? What's up with this? Did I just assume their gender? Yeah, I know, right? Even Street Fighter 2 had a little bit of blood. True.
Need to see your ID.
Really? You saw it last time you came by, and the time before that. I think we've established that I work here, sir.
You got some sort of problem? Wait! Next time.
Did nobody hear that?
Ask me for my ID.
Bro, what? Brother, okay, so the last trailer we looked at, we thought the AI was glitching out for a second because the AI, like, the enemy would see you and then do absolutely fucking nothing about it. And I thought maybe it was a mistake, right? Bro, what the fuck? Bro, direct lie. Like, he literally acknowledges him. He acknowledges him. He's looking at him. He's like, hey, what's up, man? And then he's like, nope, you don't see me. He's like, you know what? You're right. I don't see you. And then he stops looking and goes the other way. Bro, even the character model acknowledges it, but the AI doesn't acknowledge him? There's no way, right? Like this. Bro, your reaction time is crazy. Look at this. Look at this. He's like, okay, I see you, but I'm not sure. I got the question. Oh, man. Listen, I know this is pretty typical of Hitman games. It was funny in Hitman games. It's funny here, too. No offense to the Hitman players, all right? I've played Hitman in the past. I like it for what it is. I'm not, like, a super fucking fan of, like, Hitman games, but, you know, it's IO. Like, this is typical IO interactive AI. Like, if you guys are not too familiar with IO interactive AI, this is essentially how they program their enemies, and it kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was hoping that it would have been made better with this game, but it looks like they're just copy and pasting it. They're really not doing anything to improve it whatsoever. Oh, was that blood? Nope, that was just a red arrow. Fuck! This man exploded into sparks. This man exploded into sparks, bro. Instead of blood or anything, or this time it wasn't even dust. This time it was sparks. Look at that. Bro, that's it. Anything but blood. Literally anything but. This man is a firework. Hey! Did y'all not hear this? Bro, look at these three guys in a completely silent room. This guy literally throws someone through a door and nobody even bats an eye. What the fuck did he throw at him? Hold on. That was a book? He threw a book? Oh, okay. That was a book. All right.
I'm gonna snap your neck.
Get on the comms. We need help.
Control. Got a situation down here. Stand back up.
You know what's sad? What's sad is that the impact sounds really good. Like, I think the sound effect sounds good. And the overall strikes sound good, right? So they have, like, the sound, right? Every punch sounds good. But then the way that there's no effect to the person's physical appearance whatsoever, it's just a little daunting, that's all. It's a little daunting. But I also think that the sudden movements are a little bit too crazy either. I don't know. They could have made it a little bit more realistic. But again, this is IO Interactive. This is what they do. It's like the same thing with Hitman. It's basically Hitman with James Bond on it. You know?
This guy's a
Simon says no.
Oh, man. Everybody turns to dust, bro. I fucking love this. Look at that. Just pure dust. Everybody's dust. You guys need lotion in this game.
Simon says don't get up.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm still going to end up reviewing it. That's my job. But I got to be real with you. My excitement for this game has dramatically reduced from where it was when I first saw it. When I first saw it, I was interested, but I was also concerned because the game was super laggy. Even in the trailers, like what they presented, especially the car chase scene where everything was blowing up and shit, the fucking trailer was lagging. So I'm like, this thing is going to be running like shit. And then come to find out, obviously their collaboration with Epic Games, it just over time, there's just been way too many things that I've seen, you know, that has just really made it like so unexciting. I don't know. I don't even know what the word looks like. The melee looks better than the first trailer, though. Yeah, like I'm saying, like the melee doesn't look bad. The melee doesn't sound bad. The problem is that the melee starts to lose its impact when the people that you're beating the shit out of and throwing them into stuff and hitting them in the head with all kinds of stuff, there's no impact. There's no like there's no blood. There's no nothing. It literally feels like a game that could have been for a more mature audience, but they decided to tone down. And people are saying, well, because it's a T-rated game,
what do
that's why.
AAA games spend their money on, not I?
I don't know, Benjamin. People are saying that, oh, because it's a T-rated game, that's why there's no blood. That's not true, because T-rated games can have blood. T-rated games absolutely can have blood. They've had it before. They've had it recently. They'll have it again. It even says it. It says suggestive themes and blood in the T rating for this game, if I'm not mistaken. It says that. And people are trying to say, well, because it's a team game, that's why. Like, that's not true at all. You know? Now, obviously, I'm not saying to make it like so bloody that it's damn near gory. You obviously have to tone it down. But you can't tell me that a simple punch, maybe a bloody nose, something, for fuck's sakes, anything, not white dust, bro. You can't be having white dust like everybody you punch is a fucking cocaine addict. You know, it just looks weird. I know modders will fix it. Of course I know modders will fix it. But I don't mod my games. You know? I don't mod my games. Split Tag says, but maybe ESRB would push it to M if blood was in the gameplay. Not at all. Not at all, bro. There has been teen-rated video games that have blood, that are a decent amount of blood, that are still teen-rated video games. Again, you just have to have it dialed back, and also they give you a bit of leeway if it gives you the option to turn it off. So I can understand if they want to showcase blood, but they give you an option to turn it off. That way you can choose whether or not you want blood or not. Then fine, I would be fine with that. Whatever, you want to make it an option to turn it on and off, fine, but don't just completely take it away. And again, I haven't seen any confirmation that there is blood in the game. Nowhere have I seen any confirmation. I am desperately seeking that confirmation, but there's nobody that has it. So if anybody does find confirmation of whether or not there's going to be blood in the game, please let me know. You know, otherwise, you know, I don't know. It's really disappointing. I can't get over it. I know some people are going to be like, oh, it's such a small thing to complain about. I don't think it is. With a game like this, I don't think it is. And you know what? Listen, I would even though I shouldn't, and I probably wouldn't, they could go fuck themselves. But at the end of the day, even if I wanted to say, I'll compromise and say no blood during melee combat, but the moment you start pulling out guns and shooting people in the face, there should be blood. You're not even giving me that. You know, you're not even giving me that, bro. You're giving me the same white dust when somebody gets shot in the face, like when they get punched in the face. It just doesn't compute with me. It doesn't make sense to me. You know? So in any case, that's basically it. That's the updated trailer for 007 First Light. I do I do plan to review the game. Like I said, it's already been gifted by Old Man Cad. Shout out to Old Man Cad for the gift. Yeah, I don't know. This one, I think a lot of people are going to be curious about this one, about whether or not it's going to be a good game or not. And you guys know I'll give you my honest opinion about the game. But I got to tell you, just I always try to tell you guys, there's two different standpoints that I stand on. All right, because it's hard to stand from a consumer standpoint, because at the end of the day, it's my job to do this. But I'll tell you from a consumer standpoint, if I wasn't reviewing this for content, I would not be buying this day one. Most video games, you guys know, I would not be buying day one. Straight up. Like, this is not the kind of game that I would buy day one. This is the kind of game that I would wait to watch another reviewer. Like, if I wasn't reviewing games, I would watch somebody else review this or something, because there's just too many red flags. There's too many red flags with this game. I would wait on this one, personally. But in any case, that's it for the updated trailer. And, yeah, I really don't know what else to say other than that. I'm honestly really disappointed. And the only reason why I'm disappointed is because I really wanted a good James Bond game. I really did. And you're going to have people be like, oh, you just want to hate on it. Like, no, I don't. I actually really wanted there to be a good James Bond game. And unfortunately, I feel like we're getting gypped a little bit, you know? Just because it's part of your job doesn't mean you have to like it. Well, that's the point, right? Like, a lot of people do things in their jobs that they don't like every single day. And unfortunately, reviewing certain problematic video games are kind of part of that job. Now, to be fair and honest, I do try to skip out on some of those problematic games because I just fucking hate them so much. Like, I know people want me to review Mixtape. I don't want to do it, bro. I just don't. I still remember, I still have PTSD from Dustborn and Veilguard. Like, I really don't want to do that. But, you know, sometimes I'll bite the bullet and be like, all right, if there's a lot of people asking, fine. But I'm good. The game is not surpassing Cat Quest. True. The game is not surpassing Cat Quest. Cat Quest is a game I do recommend. If you want to man up and feel massive levels of testosterone infuse your body, well, then go play Cat Quest. Guaranteed. It's too late now. You missed the train on Mixtape. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I don't care. That's the thing. Like, I understand there's people out there that care about views like that. I don't give a fuck. Oh, no, I missed the train on Mixtape. No. Woe is me. Woe is me. What will I ever do with my time? Anyway, Cat Quest is so good. Thank you, Monkey Man. I knew we could see eye to eye there. I knew we could see eye to eye. Rest in peace, Hypno's mic. Did I break my mic? Oh, no. I might have screamed into it. Whoops. All right, let's get into the next topic, guys. Let's look at Lego Batman. This is another video game that I am, well, let's just say curious about, okay? Curious about this game. Lego Batman is something that I've been excited about since I first saw it. And since I first saw the actual combat and the gameplay and stuff like that. Now, what has me a little bit concerned is the fact that the PC requirements are a little bit egregious, all right? They're a little bit egregious. And looking at those PC requirements, I look at it with a very suspicious eye because I'm like, what exactly? Like, why exactly does this game need 24 gigs of RAM on Ultra? Why exactly does it need that? You know? But anyway, so let's check this out. Let's see what's going on. And again, this game is utilizing Unreal Engine 5, which a lot of people are highly suspicious about with this particular game. So let's check this out. Yeah, it needs 24 gigs of RAM on Ultra settings, but it needs 16 gigs of RAM on anything else. So let's see what's going on. This is the launch trailer, okay? Let's check this out.
Hand over the purse and the prize.
I've heard around the grapevine, I don't know if this is true. I've heard around the grapevine that this game, Arkham City, in this game, is apparently twice the size that Arkham City was in Arkham Knight. I don't know if that's true, to be honest with you. But if that is true, that's pretty insane, especially for a Lego game. It's actually kind of crazy. So that'll be really impressive if that's the case. But again, that is probably because of the fact that the game is that big. As to the reason why, if it's unoptimized in Unreal Engine like that, it's going to have a struggle session. And I saw some gameplay, by the way, of this game. People were posting gameplay, and I'm watching their gameplay, and they're stuttering, bro. And it's crazy because they never acknowledge it. I don't understand, how is it that these people can review these games? Like, I know they're shills, I get it. But, brother, if you're recording gameplay and you're stuttering around, like, I'm not talking about crazy stuttering, but I'm talking like if you try to do a fast movement, you turn too fast or whatever, and you stutter, and it's happening often, like, how can you not acknowledge that? How can you not even just say that? Especially when it is a known problem with Unreal Engine video games. The Unreal Engine stutter is a known problem. So how could you not even address it? Even if you want to say it in a joking manner. Like, oh shit, look at that stutter. That was crazy. Anyway, you know, like something, anything. They don't even bother. Okay, so maybe it's just my mind being terrible, but brother, why are you getting money shotted like this, man? Why are you getting money shotted like this? Is there a way to slow this down? Playback speed. Let's go to 0.25. Ready? Tell me this doesn't look like, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Plop. Just look at it. Look. Plop. Oh shit. Plop. Another one. Oh, plop. Bro, he's getting money shotted, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. In a Lego game. What are we doing?
If you make yourself more than just a man, if you devote yourself to an idea.
I always think it's so funny when Lego video games try to do like super serious trailers. Because it's kind of counteractive to the style of the game, right? Like Lego style video games are meant to be very, you know, kiddish or, you know, just cartoony. Like they're not meant to be like super serious. But the fact that they put in like super serious trailer music as if we're watching another Batman Arkham movie or something like that, I don't know. I just think it's funny. I think it's cool though.
Then you become something else entirely.
I'm gonna pause it just because I feel like copyright is imminent. So I'm gonna slow it down, which is fine anyway because we get to look at the Batcave. Now look at all this shit in the Batcave. Look at all of these vehicles in the Batcave. Can we actually utilize all these vehicles? I see multiple motorcycles over here on the right side. You obviously have the Batmobile. I see all kinds of trucks, a cop car, all kinds of shit back here. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I think, from what I understand, they plan to have over 100 outfits or something like that in the game. They plan to have over 100 unlockable outfits, if I'm not mistaken, that you can utilize in your Batcave. You can switch it up and stuff. That's going to be a lot, you know? Because I remember reading that, so.
And that is...
Yeah, see?
a legend, Mr. Wayne.
You see all those outfits? Look, I mean, granted, they only showed like 4 or 5, but you can clearly see multiple different outfits, even the older cartoon style. That's pretty sick. Yeah, if you're going to have all these outfits, that's going to be awesome.
Mr. Wayne.
God damn it, I'm going to mute it. I'm going to mute it for the audio. We'll just watch the gameplay. I swear, they do this shit on purpose. Like, why would you use super copyrighted music like that? Fucking dicks.
It's a bat, I tell ya! A bat!
You did all right in there, kid.
Oh, wow!
Now, this game has split screen co-op, but does it have online co-op? No, right? I'm pretty sure it doesn't have online co-op. Is that correct, or is it's just local split screen? The fact that this Batman is a better Batman depiction, it gets more respect than the one in Suicide Squad. I know. It's so bad, right? Suicide Squad was a travesty. It's insane that Rocksteady couldn't give us another Batman game, so fucking Lego had to do it. How sad is that? You know, it's crazy. Good question. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I think there is local co-op which is why it has split screen, as you can see. But I don't think it has online co-op. But I could be wrong. That's so cool.
He thinks he works alone, but there's always someone there by his side.
Oh shit.
Meow.
I wonder just how big the cat cave, oh my god, the bat cave is actually going to be. You know? I hope this game runs well. I swear to God, man, they better optimize this shit, because if this game experience is ruined in the beginning from terrible optimization, oh man, I'm going to have a fucking rage moment. I'm gonna have a rage moment, because it does look good. The game looks very good. I'm still excited for this one. Unlike 007, I'm still excited for this one. She also gets different outfits too, if I'm not mistaken.
I will take everything from you.
Get ready, Gotham, to have a cold heart like mine.
As long as you got a 5090, yeah. I mean, I do have a 5090, but still, just because I'm having a good experience doesn't mean other people are gonna have the top tier experience. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't just ignore performance problems just because I may not personally experience most of them, right? If I start noticing that there are a ton of people out there experiencing problems on rigs that they should not be experiencing it on, then I'm gonna call that shit out, man. It's still gonna be poorly optimized. Just because my machine is fucking overpowered doesn't mean that everybody else's machines are overpowered. So you still have to call it out. Why not get it on PS5, brother? Brother, is this the peasantry stream? Is this the peasantry stream? Like, what are we talking about, brother? PS5? What kind of language are you speaking right now? What is a PS5? What is that? No, I don't buy a PS5. I'm just fucking with you. I tend to stick to PC 99.9% of the time.
I'm trying to sleep.
You're welcome.
That was cool. Oh shit. Poison Ivy, nice. Hold on, go back. I don't remember seeing Poison Ivy in the other trailers. Was she what the fuck? Holy shit, brother. Holy shit. Fear Lantern says, and I'm out. You leaving the stream? All right, bro. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Hypno just became a console peasant. I know. I know. I love the callback to Heath Ledger, though. This is great. This is great. They really need to have Joker. They need to have Joker be like, if they can nail Joker properly, in terms of just overall the look, and have him just call back to a lot of moments that people remember, I think it'd be great. The next waifu battle contestant? No, bro. Come on. What are we doing? Did they show Poison Ivy in the last trailer? Did they show her in the last trailer? I don't remember if they did. This is the first time I remember seeing her. I think somebody left the stream because I made fun of PlayStation 5. Oh, man. Damn. I would say I'm sorry, but I can't.
You are gay!
They didn't show her? Pokey says yes. 2 people saying no. All right, well, I don't remember. I don't remember if they did, personally. This is the first time I remember seeing her. She looks all right. She's got, the felted eyebrows, but, that kind of goes with the character. Bro, it's so sick. I gotta be honest with you, man. I gotta be real. This, like, the marketing for this game is crazy. I think that they did so well with the marketing on this game. Yeah, I know, the Akira slide. They did the Akira slide. The marketing on this game is fucking wild. Like, whoever's over at their studio marketing this game is doing a banger fucking job. Where they're marketing, I've never seen a Lego game marketed to this extent, where it feels like the next major release. I've never experienced that. right? And to be fair, I'm not like a super Lego fan with the video games, and I've said that many times. But this one has even attracted me to the point where I'm like, dude, I gotta try this. I feel like this is like a major Arkham release, you know? So I don't know. Did they finally give Kato this game? Yeah, they did. After he played Counter-Strike, they did. So whoever's marketing this, man, they're doing a good job. And I have a feeling this game is gonna do pretty big numbers, considering pretty big numbers. So it's coming out in early access. I think I do have early access, so we'll be able to play on the 19th. But there's a lot of games coming up, man, that we got to review. We got this game. We got 007. We got Forza Horizon 6. We got a lot. There's a lot of video games coming up that we got to review. So we'll see how this goes. But it looks good. It looks good overall. I like what I see. I just hope that it performs well. I hope it doesn't have Unreal Engine 5 problems for a lot of people. But we'll see. There's only one way to find out, and that's to let people get their hands on it. So, god damn, man, 100 outfits. That's crazy, bro. That's gonna be badass. Can't wait. Cannot wait. All right, let me X that out, guys. We're caught up on all supers. We've been leaving the TTS on. Let me go check Rumble really quick. Rumble, what do we got? Anything? 16-bit dude was the last one. Okay, we're caught up then. All right, let's get into some more. Let's get into some more, guys. Canada. Yeah, I know. Mixtape now. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Mixtape. There really isn't too much there to kind of go over with Mixtape, but I want to check out the article. So hold on. Let's kind of bring this up and see what we got going on. All right, so the Gamer put out an article. My on-screen mic went proof. Did it? My on-screen mic disappeared? Really? Wow, I didn't know that. Oh shit. All right, well, maybe it got sick of me. Maybe it doesn't want to be around me anymore. You know? It's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing. Like a while ago? Yeah. Oh man. Damn, I didn't know that. Shit. Oh. All right. Well, there's that. He snorted the mini mic. They're not gonna get it. The people that are telling me about my microphone, they're not gonna get why I'm being silly right now. They're not gonna get it. All right. Squidward choked on your mic. That's crazy. Guys, listen, let's talk about Mixtape. So listen, Mixtape, people, man, the conversation around this game just won't stop. It will not stop. You want to know why? Because it's got the funding to not stop. The Gamer has now put out an article, okay? They put out an article talking about Mixtape coming under fire for supposedly not having gameplay. Now, here's the thing with industry-planted video games, all right? Industry-planted video games that are so extremely obviously plants are also paid to essentially have the defense force come out and try to stop the negative connotations about the game. And the gaming journalists always do this, right? They do this all the time with video games that are currently, you know, either being made fun of by the chuds or being supposedly attacked by the chuds or whatever the case may be. So now they're doing it again. They posted this on X. Somebody shared this with me. It says that Mixtape is coming under fire for not having gameplay, which just isn't true. Now, here's the thing. Before I even read this, all right, I want you guys to understand a couple of things. Twitter is filled with people that purposely try to misunderstand the arguments that are happening just so that it is impossible for any actual real conversation or discourse to take place. All right? It happens all the time. You're going to have people that are going to be like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Right? Or they'll take what you're saying and they'll misrepresent it, right? So people are saying that this game has no gameplay, right? Now,
why do
does that mean
refrigerators perform well in marathons? Because they always run.
That's terrible. Awful, awful. Thank you for the 5. Now, what does that mean? That doesn't mean that the game has zero gameplay associated with it, right? That doesn't mean
Gaming
that.
journalism is dead. Here's why. Why should I read an article about a video game when I can watch a content creator like you play the video game?
That's true. That's absolutely true. But at the end of the day, like, there would be nothing wrong with reading an article about it if they were being honest, but the problem is we know that they're not. There's just way too much history there of the journos not being honest and running damage control and flat out lying to people and getting paid to do so at the same time that people have pretty much given up on using them for any kind of reliable source of information. Anyway, the point is, they're running damage control for this game, and they're trying to make it seem as if everybody is saying the game does not have gameplay from a literal sense. And that's not what people are saying. People are not saying from a literal sense that it doesn't have gameplay. People are saying that the game doesn't have gameplay from a standard sense of what makes a fucking video game a video game. Because the thing is, even the prompts that show up on screen, from what I've seen anyway, you can ignore pretty much 95% of them and the game will play itself. That there's very minimal opportunities for a failure state, and even if you do fail, all it does is rewind a couple of seconds back and then repeat the scenario. So when people say that the game doesn't have gameplay, they're saying it from the standard sense of what video games should be, which is something that you actually interact with. And this game has barely any interaction to it whatsoever for nearly 3 hours, to the point where it's essentially a movie. And that's what people are saying. So, of course, the gaming journos are going to take what people are saying, misrepresent it, and they're like, well, the chuds are saying that there's no gameplay. Well, that's just not true. There is gameplay. Let me show you. Right? So let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Again, let's see if I'm right about this nonsense. Well, actually, before I do that, I found something funny about this. Again, this stuff randomly pops up on my feed every now and then. This person, Daikai Zoku, said the following: struggling to watch CC play this fuck-ass game, and I just noticed that the main character's headphones are one of the first results when you Google 1990s wireless headphones, which are not actually 1990s headphones, but just styled to look like them. Now, why is this important? Ladies and gentlemen, why is this fucking important? Okay. The reason why it's important is because what have we been saying about this game? All right. We've been saying that this game was made by people that didn't actually experience whatever the hell they're trying to pass off as nostalgia bait. Right? They didn't actually experience it. This entire story with the Mixtape, from what I've seen, and unfortunately I've seen just a little bit too much, the entire story seems like it's some theater kid's dream about what it would have been like to be that person in the 1990s, right? This is the measure of their resolve, where it's kind of similar to what happened to Assassin's Creed Shadows. You probably ask yourself, well, how is that? Well, because I remember when I was talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows, I said that I feel like this entire story was made by somebody who simply Googled if there was any black samurais in Japan, found out about the one person Yasuke and his muddied history, and they were like, yup, we're going to run a story, an entire story based off this character. And then they're going to gaslight people and pretend like it's historically accurate, even though they did the bare minimum by just Googling what it was. And that's exactly what happened here. These people, they don't know what an actual 90s headset looked like. So what they did was they just Googled it. They Googled it. They're like, hey, what's a 1990s headset? Oh, it's this one? Okay, we'll use this one. And that's all they did, right? So in any case, and no offense, I strictly remember 1990s headphones being a lot more simplistic than whatever the fuck is around her neck. But in any case, maybe I was just poor. Who knows? Maybe I couldn't afford whatever the fuck this is around her neck. But I remember ultra simplistic headphones. I mean, guys, do you remember the, what do you call it? The first ever headset with the PlayStation with SOCOM? I don't know if you guys can think that far back, but remember SOCOM US Navy SEALs, where the game was sold with the headset as a box, and the fucking headset was so small, it was so trash. It was so fucking trash, bro. That headset was garbage, bro. It was awful. It was so small. It was really bad. So, but in any case, it came with the game, and that's just what it is. So anyway, let's go to their article and see what they got to say. Mixtape is coming under fire for not having gameplay, and that's just not true, guys. That's not true, man. After getting rave reviews from critics, Mixtape is now coming under fire from some players. Guys, you know what? Just call us Voldemort. Just call us Voldemort at this point. Please, for the love of God, because you guys don't want to say, you guys never want to say names. You only want to say names of the people that you agree with, but the people you don't agree with, you're like, some players some people, some sources, bro, like, be an adult. Be an adult, bro. Anyway, over claims that it basically plays itself, which just isn't the case at all, guys. The Artful Escape developer Beethoven and Dinosaur's new game Mixtape launched a few days ago and quickly emerged as one of 2026's biggest surprise. Yeah, I was totally surprised. It was such a surprise that Annapurna makes sure to spend so much money to make sure that it was a big surprise. Reviews from critics have cemented it as one of the highest rated games of the year so far, while user reviews on Steam and PlayStation aren't far behind. Perhaps unsurprisingly, not everyone is digging Mixtape's narrative-driven and fairly simplistic gameplay. Fairly simplistic gameplay. This is exactly what people are arguing online, but this journalist is trying to transform fairly simplistic gameplay into no gameplay so that they can write an entire article trying to convince you that the game has gameplay. We know it has gameplay.
If this game is based off the late 90s, then they will be using CD players and not Walkman with crappy headphones.
That is true. Kratos, that is absolutely true. Thank you for the 5. But again, it's all about their like idealized version of the 90s. It's like whatever they view the 90s should have been, right? Because like I said before in my last conversation about Mixtape, there was not a single kid that I know of that was running around getting chased by cops, causing arson, literally being a criminal, and their dad, who's a cop, catches them and was like, you know what? You're right, darling. I'll stop being an oppressive daddy now. You could go do whatever you want to do now. That never happened. That girl would get the shit beat out of her, especially if she was Hispanic. Trust me, speaking from Hispanic experience, she would get absolutely destroyed. But anyway. So perhaps unsurprisingly, not everyone's digging this game. A clip from Christina Tasty showing why they personally hate Mixtape went viral, starting a bunch of discourse about whether it's really a game, let alone one that deserves so much praise. All I know is they better not compare it to better video games, bro. Do not compare it to Heavy Rain. Do not compare it to Detroit Become Human. Don't even go there. I swear, if they go there, I'm going to have an aneurysm. The gameplay clip shows a scene from later on in the game where Stacy's running through a neighborhood to catch up to a friend. Mixtape has a few scenes where the player isn't required to do much for events to play out. And this sequence is perhaps the biggest example of this, as Stacy simply runs ahead and through obstacles if you choose not to press the button to avoid them. Okay, so she didn't lie. Basically, she didn't lie in the segment that she was showcasing. Okay, so what exactly is going on here? While it's fair to say that this moment in particular doesn't have much to engage with, the clip also shows what happens if you purposely don't engage with the game on its own terms. It's also created the assumption that Mixtape doesn't have any gameplay and plays itself, which nobody, oh my God, which isn't the case outside of this one moment that's woefully not being engaged with. As Twitter user, etc. points out, the very first scene in Mixtape where Stacy and her friends skateboard around the big suck, okay, has fail states and needs to be played out to see it through. Like many of Mixtape's gameplay moments, is an uncomplicated one that won't blow anyone away mechanically, but that's not really what the game is aiming for in the first place. So, again, the fail states in the game are simply if you run into like a pipe or something, it's going to rewind 5 seconds back. Guys, the argument is that the game has minimalistic gameplay, okay? Minimalistic gameplay to the point where it damn near plays itself. That is undeniable, all right? The game is not like some of the more, I guess you could say, advanced interactive games, right? Like Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human, games like this. It's not like those games. This game is just simply simple, right? Like all you gotta do is move left, move right. You know, like there really isn't too much to it. There's like a segment or two that you could press like a button or two, but realistically, it's like if you take Life is Strange and remove some of the gameplay elements to that game, which it does have gameplay, but surprisingly, you know, anyway, it's not like Heavy Rain or anything like that. If you take away those segments, you essentially get Mixtape. It's, you know, people call it Temu Life is Strange, which is pretty accurate.
Mixtape is big suck. I don't recommend it.
Thank you, Odin Dark. I appreciate the 2, but you need a 5 in order to have the Trump sound. So anyway, it has fail states. Like many of Mixtape's gameplay moments, it's an uncomplicated one. It's not going to blow you away. From my time with the game so far, Mixtape has a lot of these quick moments, from making slushies and skimming stones to jumping around in fields and taking photos. Like a Mixtape itself, it's incredibly vibe-based. It's vibe-based. And a curated experience which isn't going to be for everyone. There are critiques about Mixtape that are fair. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. So you're writing this whole article, and the only example you're gonna give is the one person's example, and then you're gonna complain about the other person giving only one example, and that's it? That's it? So you're gonna be like, because the game has fail states and it rewinds 5 seconds in the past, that it has game... Brother, what? What the fuck is this? This is basically the same as saying it has gameplay because I said so. Oh my... I'm going to have a rage moment. Hold on. I'm going to have an absolute rage moment. Give me a second. So this is the person. I'm not pressing anything, but this time I'm not cherry picking the only section of the game that has this problem. Again, so your idea of gameplay is left and right moving on the stick. This is the game. I'm going to lower the music. This is the gameplay. Okay, so move to the left, move to the right, move to the left, move to the right. People are not saying that there's literally zero gameplay. People are saying that the gameplay is so fucking simple, it is practically a movie. That you're just going to be sitting there pressing essentially one button at any given time, maybe two if you're lucky, and that's it. That's what people are saying. This is literally... Guys, oh my God, my head hurts. Wow, hold on. Okay, so these people are literally doing the typical thing of not purposefully misunderstanding discourse so that discourse cannot happen. This is literally what's happening here. They're trying to misrepresent what people are talking about so that discourse cannot effectively happen about this game Mixtape. They're trying to muddy the fucking waters, and it's sickening. It's annoying. This game has overly simplistic gameplay. It's a 3-hour, barely interactive movie. This is what people are talking about. And you're trying to pass it off as people are saying it has literally zero gameplay. That's not what people are saying. That's never been what people are saying. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. And then the journalist is like, well, I'll write this whole article proving that the game has gameplay by showcasing this person acting like a retard the entire time. And then complain about this person who made a clip acting like a retard the entire time, except the only difference is them acting like a retard was able to complete the section of the game.
Mixtape is Redditor's take on the 90s.
It is.
Make Nepo baby and Redditor's lame again.
It is. It actually is. It is a Redditor's take on the 90s. Somebody was probably never living through the 90s. They were like, gee, I really like the 90s. I can only imagine what it was like to live through the 90s. Hey, let me make an entire video game based off the 90s that almost nobody can actually relate to unless we pay them to relate to it. It's like, bro, come on, stop this shit, man. Listen, I'm going to tell you what the truth about this game is. This game should have been a movie. Straight up. Straight up. The game should have been a movie. This should have been a Into the Spider-Verse styled movie. You can have all the stop motion animation you want. You could turn it into a movie, and you could sell it on Netflix. That's it. Annapurna could have afforded to do it, but instead, the theater kids got together because they can't make a movie, and they're like, well, you know what we can make? A video game that essentially almost plays itself. That we could do, and that's exactly what they did. What a fucking joke, man. This... Oh my God. I honestly cannot believe. Well, no, I can. I take that back. I can believe that they're like this. I can believe that they're doing this. Absolutely can believe. And then they turned off replies. Of course they turned off replies. Look at this. They posted this video and then turned off replies. Of course. Why am I not surprised? I point out the fact that there are scenes that require interaction, but somehow the one scene where there's actual stakes on the line where your friend could be in serious trouble doesn't have those interactions. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Gene says, yeah, I'm private. I think it sucks because in my opinion, there's dozens of fail states in that clip. You failed to make her do the scene cool. Part of the charm of linear games that you're going through the motions to act out the story as best you can. The consequence of rewinding back 3 seconds, that's barely any different than just auto running. True.
Out there, Redditors and Nevo babies mock my generation. Gen X needs to wake up and kick some people's butts.
I agree. Jason Alto, thank you for the 5, bro. So anyway, guys, this is basically it. I thought they were going to provide more proof. I thought they were going to go into this whole spiel about how this game has all this gameplay. But I was like, how are they really going to do that? Because the game really doesn't have all this gameplay. So how are they going to pull it together? They're not. What they were hoping for is essentially getting clicks on a article about Mixtape while the topic is hot, and that's essentially it. And they got it. Congratulations. Congratulations. You look stupid, but that's okay. It's unbelievable, man. Mixtape, bro. Shit pissed me off so much. Oh, man. All right, let me check out Rumble. Rumble, what do we got, bro? Shit, Rumble, help me out here, man. Denarai with $1. They won't mention anyone having learned their lesson from OG Gamergate. They know mentioning or linking any of your videos would automatically lose them audience. Is the typical info warfare tactic.
You know
That's
which
fair.
game is better interactive? It was Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. That game made you push a lot of buttons. It was a good game before Heavy Rain Hypno.
That's fair. That's fair. Again, like we've played on stream anyway. We played like interactive walking simulator style video games before that have actual real gameplay, right? One of my favorite video games that I've played recently is Still Wakes the Deep. I fucking love Still Wakes the Deep. And I know there's people out there that don't like it because there's no combat or anything like that, but I love Still Wakes the Deep. The story was fucking awesome. The atmosphere was awesome. The setting was awesome. All of it
Kickers
came
wear
together.
tight jeans in the 90s.
True.
So much poser energy.
True, Dragon. True. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. I really enjoyed Still Wakes the Deep, you know. But again, I don't mind walking simulator style interactive story video games. This is not that. This is a movie that has a couple of prompts just to get you to the next chapter. That's all it is, man. This should have been a movie, flat out. Seriate says the Stanley Parable has no combat, but it's more of a game than this. Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, you could do no combat video games. Still Wakes the Deep has no combat. You could do combat like that. But anyway, I'm sorry, you could do games like that. But anyway, that's what it is. Han said, all I did in the 90s was watch Dragon Ball Z and swap Pokemon cards. Brother, based. All right, let's move on to the next topic, ladies and gentlemen. Let me X out Mixtape right now. Let's talk about... Hold on, where is it at? Let's talk about Subnautica, guys. Let's talk about Subnautica. So, Subnautica 2 is about to release, all right, in a couple of days. Well, actually, hold on. Before we you know what? Yeah, let's go into it. Let's just do Subnautica. Subnautica 2 is about to release in a couple of days, all right? Subnautica 2 is blowing up to the point where it has right now, as of about a day or two ago, it has 5 million Steam wishlists. 5 million, okay? That is extremely high, right? Like, this game is the #1 wishlisted video game on Steam currently. Now, whether that's going to translate to massive numbers or not, who knows? But I got to be honest with you, I think it's going to, right? Splitsack says wishlists mean nothing. And that's not true. Like, wishlists, on average, they mean nothing if you're lying about them. See, the problem is that there are video games out there that have lied about their wishlist numbers, and then when the game comes out, they only get like a couple of hundred concurrent players playing their game, even though they told everybody that they have, you know, 1 million wish lists or 500,000 wish lists or whatever the case may be. Like, they'll lie and they'll tell you their wish lists are so high, but then they come out and the game is absolute trash. Okay, I'm looking at you, 1348X Volta. We all know that's true. Wish lists are not meaningless, all right, because there is a industry standard conversion that is expected from wish list, and it's pretty decent. It's like a 10 to 20% average, and it only increases as the game gets older. So from what I understand about the numbers, the wish list start off at about 10 to 15% on day one. So they expect to get anywhere between 10 to 15% of their total wish list on day one sales. And then over time, by the time the game is about 1 to 2 years old, it's expected to have sold through about 50% of their wish list, right? In general. Aren't wish list numbers public? No, they're not public. They're not public on any platform, including Steam. Or you're going to get as a ranking. You're not going to get an actual number. The developers have to give you their wish list number in order for it to be public. But in any case, so Subnautica 2 has hit 5 million Steam wish lists, if you believe what they say. They're not. No, they're not. You can go find them, Tiger King. Let me know. Let me know if you find them. Hold on. Had to cough. Sorry. So 5 million wish list before its early access launch. So every player gets a special gift supposedly. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Split Tag says I have 250 games on wish list and I'm not buying any one of them. Okay. So again, let me repeat myself. So the average industry standard is they expect to sell through about 10 to 15% of your wish list, which means there's going to be a massive majority of people that are not going to buy the game day one, and you are that person for all 250 of those games. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a 10 to 50% standard that people have come to experience and understand with wishlist conversion over on Steam. All right. So 5 million wishlist is pretty big. Now, here's the problem. We got a major issue. All right. And the major issue is something we talked about yesterday, which has to do with none other than video games being leaked. Guys, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but now we have Subnautica 2 supposedly being cracked and leaked just 2 days before the release of its early access launch on May 14th. All right. Now, if you guys didn't see my previous videos or previous live streams, you're probably not understanding why this is a big deal. The reason why it's a big deal is because recently we had Forza Horizon 6, like Pirate Nation says, Forza Horizon 6 got leaked. There's people literally playing that game right now, spreading around, screenshots and all that stuff. There are people. The game has been fully leaked. All right, there are some things that are missing from the build, but overall, people can play the game and they can experience the game. It's been leaked. Dead Stranding 2, the day before it launched, also got leaked, where pirates were able to get their hands on it and they had access to it before players even had access to it. Right now, you have Subnautica 2. You also had Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight. That game got leaked by Walmart accidentally, where people had early access to the game for a few days before they eventually stopped it. There is all these video games that are getting leaked, and it is a massive problem because they're out here, unfortunately, costing these companies massive amounts of money, and we're not even understanding how this is happening, right? How is it that all these video games are getting leaked and nobody understands how it's going on, right? Here's what makes it interesting, though. So Forza Horizon 6 got leaked, and Playground Games, the people that developed Forza Horizon 6, they came out and said they're not the ones that did it. Because the initial rumor was that they're the reason why it happened, because apparently the pirates got the files from an early build on Steam that the developers accidentally put out on Steam unencrypted. They came out and denied that, but the pirates are saying that's not true, that they got it specifically from Steam because it was unencrypted. So I don't know who you're going to believe here, but seems pretty fucking interesting to me overall. Now, Subnautica 2 getting leaked. I did not find anything on the Steam forums discussing this, although I gotta imagine if there was anything, it probably was getting deleted. All right, look at this. This is here. I just refreshed this. Leak won't help. Failed PR stunt. I only found out about your leak when I checked this forum, and now for the coping, and here we go. Okay, well, let's see. Is there anything else? Any description of how much to expect? No. I'm pretty sure they're deleting posts. Body inclusivity. Oh, so by the way, there are people discovering that Subnautica 2 has exactly what Subnautica 2 was supposed to have. From what we understand, your body types and your androgynous characters and all that stuff. Again, guys, if you looked at the initial Subnautica 2 trailers, you will know that these characters were absolutely going to be super androgynous. I don't know why people thought otherwise, but again, I'm gonna let people rock because this is a highly anticipated is the word I'm looking for, video game. So I'll let people experience it themselves. Game has leaked. I pre-purchased and preloaded the game yesterday. Now suddenly YouTube is flooding with benchmarking and gameplay for the game from random channels. What is happening? It got leaked. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Splittag says Subnautica 2 is on torrents right now. Exactly. So guys, I just wanted to bring this up because again, we talked about this before, and I really don't know what the problem is. And I gotta be honest with you. I feel like this is only the beginning. I don't know if this is some like internal if the pirates are trying to make a statement against the Nouveau or something along those lines. I don't know what's going on, but all of these video games are getting leaked, and it's happening way too quickly, back to back to back on all major releases. At this point, I wouldn't be fucking shocked if 007 gets leaked early. I mean, I really don't know what's going on here. Now, obviously, the biggest, massive, like, I guess you could say felting would be if GTA would ever get leaked, but I don't think that's going to happen considering they're not releasing on PC. So who knows? But this is pretty interesting. None of those games even have Denuvo. I understand that, but it doesn't matter. Like, I feel like these pirates are trying their best to just make a statement. I don't know what it is that's giving me that feeling, but to see all of these video games get leaked, and by the way, from multiple different companies, how is it that all these companies are making the same mistake at the same exact time? I can understand if it's just one company that is making the same, like making the mistake. Fine. I can understand one company making the mistake. But
have
all
you played Motor Slice?
I don't know about that.
Awesome indie action platformer game made by two brothers, worth far more points than that imitation of a game, Mixtape.
Thank you for the 5. I have not. I have not played Motor Slice. People keep telling me about it. I don't have the game yet, but if I ever do end up getting it, I'll definitely let people know because people are talking about it. Love your profile picture, by the way. Very cool. I can understand if one particular company made the mistake, but how is it that multiple companies are all making the mistakes? How is that possible? I don't know. Again, you could call it a conspiracy, you could call it whatever you want. I'm just saying that something doesn't seem right with this. I have never seen this happen the way that it's happening now, ever. I've never seen this happen before. Across multiple different companies at the same time, never have seen this happen before. You can talk about maybe it's over 6 months or over a year, over 2 years or whatever, sure. But within just a few weeks and major releases, I don't know, man. I guess we'll see. We shall see what ends up happening. Looks like someone's getting fired. Yeah, but again, multiple companies, so you're going to have to fire multiple people. How is it that they're all doing this? Are they all just incompetent? I don't know, man. I don't know. Weenie says he just said that Subnautica does. What does Subnautica does? What? And Ev says it's a protest against the Nouveau. Potentially, but again, we don't know. Odin Dark says Insiders in the studio is doing it out of spite. Yeah, but all of these studios at the same time, though? I don't know about that. Monkey Man says AI must have given hackers superpowers, so the devs are vibe coding their security. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. We don't know enough information, and I'll be real with you. I don't think these studios are being completely honest about it. I don't think they want to admit that the problem came from their own internal issues. You know, I don't think they want to admit that. I think they want to keep that under wraps as much as possible so that they don't get in trouble.
These are all corporate planned leaks to engage.
You think they really are all corporate planned leaks? You think they plan to leak their whole fucking games? I think that's a little extreme, no? I could understand leaking certain aspects of gameplay footage and using that as a way to market your game. I can understand that. But to leak the fucking game, like, how exactly do you benefit from that? I don't know how you benefit from that other than trying to run a victim story, but all of you at the same time? It's a little weird, right? Like, what would that even do? Would it make any sense? You wonder if it's the same hacker? It might be. Or I'm pretty sure it's like a group. You know, I'm pretty sure it's one group. It's not one guy. It's one group probably doing it, but still. So, I mean, at this point, I don't know if Steam's going to get involved and try to find a way to maybe put some preventative measure or something like that, but it seems like they leave it up to the developers to upload the files, either encrypted or not encrypted, and unfortunately for them, it was unencrypted. So, what do I personally think is happening? I don't have an answer. We can obviously go crazy conspiratorial with it, but I don't have an answer. I think the weirdest thing about this is that it's multiple companies doing this at the same time. That's the weirdest thing to me. That's the answer that I can't come up with. I can't figure out how that connects to anything. Because if it was one company fucking up, I'd be like, all right, we've seen this happen before. But bro, you even got Death Stranding fucking up. Like, you got Kojima fucking up. Even Kojima.
What has been leaked that's bad for the company?
What's been leaked that's bad for the company? The fucking game. The whole game. Now, Forza Horizon has some aspects missing, but you could pretty much play the entire game almost. Subnautica, the game got leaked. The actual game got leaked. Lego Batman was probably the least worrisome situation because it was Walmart's fuck up, where they apparently allowed it to where you could play the game a few days early, and then the WB stopped it with a patch. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Same woke investors. I mean, I don't know what the investors have to do with anything, but still. Overall, guys, I'm just saying that this is probably not going to be the end of it, and we're probably gonna see more. We're probably going to see more. So I wouldn't be surprised. Stay tuned for potential more leaks. And I'm telling you, if there's another major release that leaks within the next, like, 2 months, bro, something fucking weird is going on. We need to get Sherlock Holmes on it or something. I don't know. We'll see. Remember when Insomniac's Wolverine got leaked? Yeah, it did. And in time, but the game, okay, so when Wolverine got leaked, it was a playable test build, but it wasn't like the real game. There was a lot of things missing, obviously. Somewhere, somehow, Silicon Valley Fight Club is happening. Bro, that'd be so sick. You should turn that into a video game. Fight Club should be a video game. That'd be cool. All right, let me X out of this. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, hold on. Let me just make sure. I had a couple of other small little topics here and there, but I think that's pretty much it, realistically. I wanted to talk about Crimson Desert. You know what? Let's talk about Crimson Desert. Let me not end it until I talk about Crimson Desert. So, really quick, let me bring it up. So Crimson Desert. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me bring up the picture so that people have the picture, and that way they could see what I'm talking about with the censorship. Because people were losing their fucking mind over this shit, like literally losing their mind. Where is it at? Where's the picture? Oh, right here. Okay. So I have the picture here. Okay, so Crimson Desert was getting attacked quite a bit. And they were getting attacked for essentially, allegedly, censoring their video game. Now, people were losing their mind before even hearing a response from the developers, which is the reason why, again, I didn't report on this because I had a feeling something was up. I don't know why people continue to fall for the super juicy stories on X, because if it's so juicy like that, chances are it's probably bullshit, or it's probably miscategorized in order for it to go super viral on X. You just gotta wait it out. Like, wait it out a day or two and see what the response is. Keep in mind, guys, I find it a little bit weird that people thought that they were censoring this video game. It's like, why would they censor this game, considering everything that we've seen them do with this game and the kind of outfits that they had for characters in this game? Not only that, the kind of outfits they have in their other video game, Black Desert Online. Like, this is not exactly the developers that would be censoring their their video game because of gooners or something. You know, I think that's kind of weird. So I thought the story was bullshit, but I gave it a couple of days for it to cook, and they've already addressed it. Now, I'm not going to know the technical know-hows. I'm going to show you the difference, okay? This is the difference right here. So this was the original photo on the left, and this was the censorship supposedly on the right. You can even see that it's not even fully formed properly, almost as if it wasn't intentional. Now, here's the thing. They have come out and they have actually addressed this. If you go to their website under known issues, you will see that Damien, while fixing an issue where the elegant carmine leather armor would clip, its appearance was unintentionally altered. This issue will be resolved in the next patch. Just like that. Literally just like that. So what happened was, Pearl Abyss has done censorship stuff. You are missing informed. What is missing informed? Do you mean misinformed? What is missing informed? And what censorship stuff have they done in the past that has to do with Crimson Desert? I'm talking about Crimson Desert, okay? I'm talking about Crimson Desert. Have they censored Crimson Desert before? No, they have not, right? So whatever they've done in the past, I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about the game Crimson Desert. People jumped on the issue with Crimson Desert and passed it off as if it was true when they didn't even know if it was true or not yet. But in any case, so I'm not going to know the technical know-how, but from my understanding, I remember reading a post. I didn't get to save it. But from my understanding, how this goes is that they had a clipping issue with this dress. And this garment that you see here
Here's my theory.
was actually meant to be
These
invisible.
leaks are planned to test the market. First leak the game a few days early. If the public reacts badly, delay game release.
That's possible. Thank you, Benjamin, for the 5. I appreciate that. I think what it is that this piece of garment here was meant to fix the clipping problem, but it was meant to be invisible. So that way you could see the regular outfit as it was, and it would solve the clipping. But it unintentionally actually showcased as not invisible, which resulted in them looking like she got booty shorts on. Again, it all depends on whether you want to believe them or not. Here's what I will say, all right? With developers that have shown you that they are giving you everything that you want, and they have, I'm going to extend at least one, and usually only one, benefit of the doubt. And this is going to be that benefit of the doubt. The reason why is because Crimson Desert as a video game has given me everything that I was looking for, has given me everything that they promised, everything that they ever said they were going to do, they did, right? They said no microtransactions, they did that. They said that the game was going to be massive with hundreds of hours of content, they did that. They literally are patching the game and adding content to the game for free. They're doing all of this and keeping their word on everything. So this is their one grace where I'm like, all right, it was a fuck up. You know what I mean? If it was another company that didn't earn that benefit of the doubt, then I would probably not believe them. Or at the very least, I'd be like, all right, that's a little sus. But just looking at the picture and looking how weird it looks, where the shorts don't even look like they actually are rounded out. Like, you can see how this is rounded out on the left. On the right, it's not rounded out. You can see it look damn near patchy. It seems like a quick fix that was accidentally revealed. It was supposed to be invisible, but it wasn't. And the fact that they answered very quickly and they said that they were going to resolve it in the next patch tells me that they, you know, that this is something that was not meant to be. All right. So at the very least, I'm going to say that I believe them for now. But again, this is their one saving grace, essentially. If this happens again, you better pray it doesn't happen again, because you can't say whoopsie daisy again for the same issue, right? One and done, that is it, and everybody moves on. But if you do it again, then that's obviously going to be a problem. Now, people lost their fucking mind over this, okay? They absolutely lost their mind over this. And some people were pointing out a recent outfit that was added to Black Desert Online to be like, hey, like this is the same developers that added this. Why would they suddenly censor their current character? It's kind of true, right? David says, this is Pearl Abyss' next costume for female characters in Black Desert Online, by the way, the hypocrisy. Instead of thinking hypocrisy, and I understand why people do, right? Because again, remember the world that we live in, where even in Stellar Blade gaslit the fuck out of us, right? Stellar Blade gaslit us to the point where they were like, oh yeah, the initial, the censorship is totally, this was our initial vision. This is not censorship, guys. This is what we always planned. Meanwhile, on disc 1.0, it was literally the original outfits. They had to patch the game for them to showcase the new outfits that were censored, right? So all this nonsense combined, when I think of Black Desert Online and I remember the outfits they have in that game, seeing this, I immediately thought something was wrong. So I didn't report on it immediately. I wanted to wait to see what they said, and now they've acknowledged it is basically a problem. Again, this is their one saving grace. This is their one opportunity to essentially, if you want to call it a get out of jail free card, whatever. But if they fuck up again, then I'm going to start questioning whether or not this is actually a mistake or if it's intentional. That's basically it. So for those of you that are worried about this, and by the way, hey, shout out to Camelot and Sebi for the raids, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm in a segment. I'm sorry. But thank you guys so much. You guys are legendary. Thank you. I'm going late tonight. Not really. This is the last segment. We're talking about censorship. Well, supposed censorship in Crimson Desert. But you already got people going crazy. You got people going crazy on Steam forums. Will this be censored after launch? Will it? Will it? Right? You got people losing it. Why so much censorship in this game? The movement keys rebind is still censored as we can't have access to it. People are trolling, by the way, which I appreciate. A bunch of you need to get laid. You know, one thing I will say about this discourse is that it does bring out the best in both sides. It does. It brings out the best in both sides, where people are just being fucking retards to each other. That's what I really like about it. Where you just get like, the net like nonstop all over social media. It's fucking amazing, bro. It's amazing. Crimson Desert. Oh, this should be good. Crimson Desert has lost 65% of its player base in less than a month. Brother, it's a single player game, my guy. This is just insane. That's a brand new game's player base has dwindled down 45% of its highest. It is a single player game, brother. It's a single player game. Relax. Relax. Why are so many okay with censorship of this character? Regardless of whether it was a bug or mistake, I like how you fixed that. I like how you fixed that. How do you feel about censorship? It was done to another character, brother. I'm not going to give up a 500-hour plus video game that is fantastic because some fucking bitch got booty shorts on. Is it gay? Absolutely. Do they deserve to get called out if it's censored? Absolutely. But I'm also not going to sit here and pretend like I wasn't having a fantastic time with the game. I don't understand why the internet can't understand that two things can be true at the same time. But unfortunately, all discourse has pretty much lost all nuance in today's world, sadly. We got, let's see what else. Is there another? No. I'm just trying to see if there's any other censorship. Nope. They're probably deleting it, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if they're deleting all the threads regarding the censorship. So anyway, guys, listen, they're going to fix it. All right. I'm extending the benefit of the doubt this one time. But if they do something like this again, then we're going to have a totally different conversation. We're going to have a totally different conversation at that point. But my advice to people out there on the internet, while I understand why people jump on this shit, because we have experienced insane levels of censorship, and we're talking like stupid fucking censorship, right? We're talking about censorship that really doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. That is actually big deal censorship. We're talking about like games like 007 James Bond having no fucking blood in it. And somehow it's okay showing a guy shooting other guys in the face, but God forbid you have a little bit of a blood, and that's just going too far, right? Like it's stupid. Remember when Stellar Blade also censored a lot of the blood effects? Remember that? You know, people didn't even talk about that. People were so focused on the actual outfits, they didn't even talk about the fact that they actually censored a lot of the blood and violence in the game as well. At least from what I saw from the initial trailer to what it was. But in any case, you know, I pick and choose my battles. And at the end of the day, like, this is not going to make me forget a game like this. But, again, Anev says, do you think the censorship was Sony's fault? So I talked about this. While I personally believe that it was Sony's involvement, I can't prove it, right? I can't prove it. I can't sit here and be like, yeah, it absolutely was Sony. I can't say that. What I did say, though, is that with Stellar Blade 2 coming up, right? Everybody knows Stellar Blade 2 is coming up. If you missed me talking about it yesterday, Stellar Blade 2 has officially announced that they are self-publishing, right? So Shift Up is publishing Stellar Blade 2 on their own. They're not going to have Sony publishing the game. So if you see any kind of censorship in Stellar Blade 2, that means that they're the reason why it was censored in Stellar Blade 1, in my opinion. If you see it censored, if you see it not censored, well, then you know it was most likely Sony that did the first one, right? That's my opinion. Again, that's how I'm looking at it, but everybody can look at it the way they want to. So anyway, that's basically it for Crimson Desert. And like I was trying to say before, on the internet, I understand why people react because there has been a lot of bullshit that we have dealt with over the last few years. I get that. But guys, if a story is too juicy, it probably is when it comes to this kind of shit. And we have proven time and time again, when we see reports of censorship and this and that or whatever, a lot of the times recently it's been bugs and things that people have been fixing, and then before you know it, everything's fine again. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know I'm talking to the wall at this point when it comes to this kind of stuff, but still, like, let's at least wait until we see what you could bring the fire to the developers. Absolutely. You could light their fucking feet on fire so that way they have to respond. But like, before you start saying this is absolutely true, this is what's happening, like, let's wait and see what the developers have to say for themselves. And then we kind of decide from there. And in this regard, it seems like it was a bug. So considering they have given us everything else that they promised, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for now. But again, if it happens again, well, there we go. Splitack says no blood in 007 is definitely a bug. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Why you got to do me like that, man? Why you got to do me like that? Yes, it's not a bug. It's not a bug, bro. Anyway, I wish it was, but it's not. Forgotten Vet with a 20 banger. Thank you, Forgotten Vet. Appreciate you. It's just a bug, guys. It's just a bug. You see the crash out over Anita and Sanfall? Yes, I'm not even bothering, bro. I'm not even, bro. People have, listen, Anita Sarkeesian is a fucking psycho bitch. We all know that. We all know that, all right? But you mean to tell me you're going to get mad at Sanfall? Okay, first off, they're fucking French. So if you think they're not woke, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you,
But
okay?
Hypno, the story was so juicy, just like well done steak, people couldn't help it.
Okay, Adair Soto, there is no single human in the world that has actual working taste buds that likes well done steak. Okay, I'm sorry. Nobody eats wood. Stop eating wood chips and pretending like it's steak. It's not steak, brother. Stop it. You're eating wood chips. You're literally eating a 2x4 that's cut up. Stop. Nobody likes it.
You're talking to people who wear helmets.
That's true. That's true. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. Darren Soto, thank you for the 5. What I was going to say is with Anita Sarkeesian, I understand she's a psycho bitch. We all get that, all right? I think what it is that people had a misunderstanding that they thought that she was out of the industry when she wasn't. She wasn't. Anita Sarkeesian has been part of the industry this entire time. All she did was, you know, the thing is, like, when you go a little bit too hard against your enemy, what eventually happens is they become smarter and they stop making mistakes. And that's exactly what happened with Anita Sarkeesian. She stopped making mistakes in the sense of making her intentions known, and she started doing everything in the shadows and you know, trying to like keep a low profile. And essentially hid away from you know, the public eye. So everybody thought she, you know, left the gaming industry, but that's not what happened at all. She just basically went on, you know, she went hidden and all that shit. The problem is that you guys got to understand a couple of things, all right? No matter how supposedly based a studio is, right? Because I know a lot of people want to split studios into like based, not based, right? You really shouldn't do that, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, no matter how base the studio may be or perceivably be, they have to operate within the industry. They're getting invited to the same game awards. They're getting invited to the same shows. They're getting invited to the same spaces that these fucking psychos are in. There's nothing that's going to stop Anita Sarkeesian from sitting at the table and being like, hey, I love your guys' games. I love your guys' games. Can I take a picture with you guys so I can post it online? Oh, my God. I'm a fan. Right? You're not going to be able to be like, no, bitch, don't come to my table, especially if you're a pussy and if you're French. Like, that's not going to happen. Right? So chances are Sanfall, she probably got approached by Anita, and Anita sat at their table and took a picture, and now everybody thinks that Anita works with Sanfall. Brother, like, come on, man.
She's just like the Sith Lord, waiting to be patient when the day will strike, stabbing us in the back one day.
Maybe. You can obviously see that she photobombed. Like that was a photobomb kind of photo. At least that's in my opinion. Now, here's the thing. If Expedition, whatever, 44 comes out and come to find out that Anita Sarkeesian is part of the consultancy, well, then we can have a different conversation at that point. But at this point, I'm not going to sit here.
A woke woman leered to shut up.
I know. Shocking, right? I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Sanfall all of a sudden has hired her or whatever. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that. Like, the fact that people are like, oh my God, Sanfall went woke because they sat with Anita. Brother, it is more like Anita sat with Sanfall. That entire table was Sanfall's table. So that tells me that Anita walked up to that table, sparked the conversation. They're going to be friendly to her. They're not going to start fucking duking it out with her. And she photobombed them. Like, why are we pretending like it's anything else? I don't understand. I really don't get it. And at the end of the day, they're French, bro. Like, if you think they're gonna just be rude to Anita, I feel like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if people, guys, this is their business. This is their business. It doesn't matter whether they agree with the person or not. They're not gonna go to a fucking outing like the Game Awards or a show or some award show, whatever. They're not gonna go to these places and start fights. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna sit there. They're gonna pretend to play nice. These people are fake to each other every day. Who's stressing out over this? Bro, the entire internet is. The entire internet is stressing out over this. It's insane. I just ignore it. I'm like, bro, people can have their opinions. It's perfectly fine. People can have their opinions. I'm not saying they can't. I just think it's fucking ridiculous, bro. I really do. Like, at this point, what are we experiencing? Like PTSD here or something? You know, Jim Bob says, bro, I just like her, but would it be rude? Yeah, it's like, I don't, but I have zero care for this woman. Zero care for this woman. But I also can have a little bit of understanding, like, they're at a fucking business event. It would be one thing. Listen, I'll tell you this. Two completely different situations. Imagine she took a picture with them at an event, sitting at their table, right? Where she clearly photobombed. That's one situation. That's the one we're in now. Imagine if she took a picture inside of the studio at Sandfall Interactive. Now you can have a conversation. Now you can say, oh, that's interesting, right? I can understand if she took a picture inside their studio, right? I can understand if she took a picture, like it makes it seem as if she's working with them. But bro, like, she is clearly just jumping from table to table during an event and trying to, you know, cozy up to, by the way, are you really shocked? Is anybody shocked that Anita Sarkeesian, one of the ultimate grifters in the world, is cozying up at an award show to the team that swept every single award show in the last couple of awards? Are you really shocked at that? Are you shocked that she's going up to the person who won Game of the fucking Year at multiple different award shows? Anybody shocked at that? No. So of course she bombed their table. Of course she did. She's like, I'm gonna get over there. I'm gonna tell them all about feminist frequency. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's up to Sandfall. Yeah, she's clout chasing. It's up to Sandfall to say, yeah, no, we don't need your services. Thank you for your time, though. You know what I mean? Like, you could be polite about it. But we don't even know that. We're not even there yet. We're not. People are already assuming the worst. We're not even there yet. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Hypno's the biggest fan of feminist freak. You motherfucker, bro. Benjamin says, nope, every single activist and shill and consultant wants to get involved with Sandfall. Yeah, that's true. They're going to be looking. It's a brand new company. They felt that the entire industry completely destroyed all the AAA, and everybody's going to be looking at them for money. That's just what it's going to be. And clout, of course. So that's what it is. I won't give Sandfall the benefit of the doubt. They have to prove themselves now. I thought they proved themselves with their game, but okay. So they have to prove themselves because somebody went to their table and photobombed them and took a picture with them that was clearly their table. Their entire team was at that table. Anita was the only one not part of their team at that table. So now we're doing the guilt by association thing because they went to an award show and Anita Sarkeesian, the ultimate parasite. Like, okay, I guess. I suppose. She's busy working on GTA 6. I'm not going to lie to you, Tiger King. I hope she did. I hope she did. I swear to God, I hope Anita Sarkeesian worked on GTA 6 so that all the people out there who are currently going crazy over Slay the Spire right now will come up with an excuse to find a reason why it's okay to buy GTA 6. I really hope so. Just be cautiously optimistic. Exactly. That's all you have to be. Cautiously optimistic. Pay attention. Keep looking at things. Don't ever stop asking questions. Again, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. I'm not saying people shouldn't ask questions. I'm just saying if you're looking at that photo, I think it's pretty obvious what's happening. But if people want to ask questions, that's fine. But the thing is, people aren't asking questions. They're already deciding, like, she's working for Sandfall. Like, that's just what it is. And I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I just don't. Not right now. Not that they can't do it in the future. They're French at the end of the day. So they could fuck it up real easily. All right, let's be real. But as of right now, As of right now, I don't believe that. But anything could change, of course. I'm the only one that didn't like Expedition 33. That's not true. There are some people that watched this stream that didn't like Expedition 33. It's perfectly fine. It's definitely not for everybody, you know? Split Stacks, I agree. There will always be someone you don't like working on a game. That's true. I've said that many times. If you buy video games based on whether or not you feel like the company likes you or hates you, you're wasting your money. Plain and simple. Because there's always somebody that hates you.
It was so obvious she was photobombing, but the thing is she doesn't care. She will find any way to get in the money for her own best interest. She's a snake in the grass.
Brother, I'm not sitting up here and pretending as if I don't believe that Anita Sarkeesian is trying to snake her way into Sandfall. All I'm saying is that people have already in their mind, I guess, believed that she is working for Sandfall, or at least in at Sandfall, because she photobombed them at an award show.
Ask questions, don't just consume product research.
Exactly. Always ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Nothing wrong with all. But also try to be a little bit like, have some logic too, People just, I feel like all logic is gone these days. They're completely gone. But anyway, it's fine. You'll know we won when they won't let her even close to the table. They can't do that, Joker. You understand? Like,
Anita busy working on developers Gamergate 3 LFG.
People think that the internet is real life. They think the internet's real life. You think that as Sandfall Interactive that they're going to be able to just shun somebody from their table at a fucking award show? No matter how much they may not like them? That's not going to happen, brother. It doesn't matter how much we've won or how much we've lost. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. You have to be professional. You have to be a professional in that situation. It's real easy. Say, go away. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Sure. Again, I feel like people just don't live in reality half the time. But anyway, if they have done that, they would have been forced out the event for being rude. Exactly. It would not have ended well. Sure, they can't Hypnotic. They are French. Like this, Hypnotic, go away. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Splitsack says it's like with Mark Hamill. You'll type an X, you hate him, you'll be smiling if you meet him. You know what's so funny? I've seen people do that. I've seen people claim to dislike or even hate Mark Hamill from Star Wars, and then they take a picture with him. And then they post it online. And I'm like, what? that's an optional that's an optional meeting. You have to pay for that. Like, why are we doing that again? It's one thing if it's your work. Like, if you're at an award show, you're part of the gaming industry, and somebody walks up to your table who's been invited as well, that's one thing. But you have to go meet Mark Hamill and then, like, take a fucking picture with him? I don't know how that goes, but anyway, it is what it is. All right, boys, let me put T-Jap out of his misery. Guys, if you're just getting in here, listen, we got a battle going on. All right, this is it. We got to decide a winner, and Yennefer's getting felted. You guys make me breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. Tire King says I can be friendly to those I despise. Exactly. Same here. Same here. I don't want them dead. Guys, we got to decide a winner. And as of right now, T-Jab, if you could give me an updated number, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. Hey, Teacher Connor with a membership over on Rumble. Thank you. Camelot rated us over on Rumble too, bro. We're going to got cheeks clapped on both platforms by Camelot, bro. Holy shit. Oh, great. He's going to clip that now. Fuck. That was not gay. That was not gay. That was not gay. Guys, we got to pick a winner. T-Jab says we are at $443.77 for Jill Valentine and $21.98 for Yennefer. Guys, am I the only one that fucking loves Yennefer? Like, what is going on here? What is going on here, man? Fucking hell. How is Yennefer getting absolutely dogpiled like this? Even if it wasn't for
That's
King
good.
Dimway.
We like to break your heart, Hypno.
Yeah, you're not lying, Adair Soto. My heart gets broken quite often, unfortunately. Guys, don't forget, tonight we're going to be playing co-op on Hypnotic Gaming Live with Leon. We're going to be playing Remnant. Don't miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're finally getting back in that game. The stream's already live, by the way, so if you want to go over there, you can. I'll share the stream with you right now. For those of you that are not going to stick to figure out the winner of the battle, here's the link. If you're not subscribed to my gaming channel, I stream there pretty much almost every fucking day. Here's the link to it. I'm posting it both on YouTube and on Rumble. So the stream is live right now. You can come check us out in a little bit. We're going to be playing some Remnant. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. All right, guys. Are we ready to decide a winner? We're going to play the song. We're going to get this going. Let me get the song pulled up here. And you got to let me know in your super chat. You have to start off the super chat with a hashtag name at the beginning. You have to start off hashtag name in the beginning, guys, okay? You have to start it off hashtag name, and then everything else can follow. Here we go, boys. Let's start the music. This is it. Is anybody going to try to save Yennefer? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. As of right now, Jill Valentine is going to be most likely going into the next round. Lara Croft's already proceeded. Zelda's already proceeded. God, man. Yennefer, come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This is probably going to end very badly. Hey, Toro.
I heard a certain quarter streamer prefers Yennefer over Jill. Help, my oranges are under attack.
No. No. Don't
Hashtag
do,
Yennefer,
no.
I support underdogs and she's pretty.
Thank you, Benjamin. Trey.
Hashtag Yennefer, because she can't get pregnant.
Just4, thank you for the 189. I appreciate that. Trey, do not tie Yennefer to the quartering. You son of a bitch. Don't ruin her chances like that. No. No. Don't do that. Thank you for the 5, you fucking bastard. I appreciate it. He's trolling. He is trolling. That's not fair. Hold on really quick. Where are we at? Torinol, where's your $2 banker? It's AI. People depend on AI to do menial tasks. They let senior devs go for cheaper junior devs. Mistakes happen. Also, when mistakes happen, AI lets them be fully capitalized on in hours. Oh, so you're thinking that the leaking of the games is because of AI? It's possible. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Deadeye's Lock with a 2 for Jill. You were almost a Jill sandwich. Yeah, that's true. I guess that's true. Damn, man. We need a hero to save Yennefer, man. Come on. We need a hero. I gotta be honest with you. If it really is AI that's making all these video games leak, then these companies deserve it. Because if you're letting AI handle your security, you're a fucking retard, bro. Or uploading your pre-release video games unencrypted, you're just so stupid. You're so stupid. They absolutely deserve it.
Hashtag Yen.
Yo, Dragon.
I like crazy women.
Thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
I once false flag Trump sniff.
Wait, what? Biden just once false flag Trump? That's funny. Trey, thank you for the 5. Dragon, thank you for the 5. I appreciate the people who are trying to help Yennefer. But we need a hero, man. Otherwise, it's game over, boys. It's game over, man. Yennefer, no, you didn't deserve this. You didn't deserve this. Especially against Resident Evil 5 Jill. Hey, how long, by the way, how long did Atreus stream Mixtape for? Did he actually beat the game? Or did he back out and run away? He probably ran away, didn't he?
Yennefer, knock knock, who's there? Oranges, oranges, who oranges? What are they for?
Why does he say oranges like that? Oranges, oranges, oranges. Why does he say it like that? Zelosi says we need Mr. Rouge. I know. We need a hero. We need a hero, man. Somebody, somewhere. It's bad. It's bad, brother. All right, listen. Final countdown, boys. Are we ready for this? Let's just put her out of her misery. What can I say? What can I say? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Waiting for lag. Waiting for
Hashtag
lag.
Yennefer.
Waiting for lag. Waiting for lag. Waiting. And that is it. Raza, thank you for the 10. Janarthis, thank you for the 10. I appreciate that. And then over on Rumble, we got Torinol with $1. I've done QC on security code written by junior developers. Trust me, I'm legit is a real security scheme junior devs will use, not realizing how it works. Fear the junior dev. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Guys, damn, man. Yennefer. Come on, man. All right, boys. Well, I mean, the people have spoken. People have spoken. I'll let T-Jap officialize the numbers. Although I'm sure, we already know who the winner is. Vice Admiral says, where's Dr. Spike and Mr. Rouge? They can't be here every day, man. They can't be here every day. Thank you to those of you that tried to help Yennefer. I appreciate that. That was a valiant effort. That was a valiant effort, man. I fucking love Yennefer. But unfortunately, it looks like the winner and moving on to the next round is going to be none other than Jill Valentine, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Resident Evil fans. Congratulations, bastards. Congratulations. T-Jab says that the numbers are $457.51 for Jill Valentine versus $45.97 for Yennefer. God damn it, man. We're going to see the updated bracket in a second, but in the meantime, let me cope and seethe.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it. Jill Valentine is going backstage, boys, which means now she has moved on to the next round. Now, here's the thing. So Benjamin has a good point. Demon Wing fucking drops these Red Boy hyper bangers at the beginning, giga bangers, and it completely demoralizes the other side from even trying, even though I've seen these people get defeated before. But that should not be a problem tomorrow. I swear to God, if I see demoralization tomorrow, guys, tomorrow's battle is going to be massive, all right? It's going to be Mai versus Cammy, all right? We are talking about two major fucking fighting game waifus that are going to be going up against each other. These two are major hitters in the regular waifu battle, and they're going to be going up against each other tomorrow. And whoever wins in that battle is going to go up against Jill Valentine. So we'll see how that goes. Chun-Li? No, Chun-Li is on the other side going up against Lulu.
Hashtag Chin-Li.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chin-Li. Chin-Li is going up against Lulu from Final Fantasy. But in any case, tomorrow's battle is going to be Mai versus Cammy. That's going to be very interesting. I'm curious to see how that one goes. So we will see. I already see you guys fighting in the chat. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. All right, boys, listen. Let me see something real quick. I think we're caught up on Rumble. Yes. We're caught up everywhere. All right, guys. Join me tomorrow. Kira Nightshade says, bro, how can we be a guy with infinite money? I don't know, man. King Demon Wing and fucking Dr. Spike, they were literally fighting each other with $500 giga bangers. I've never seen that before. Who's Lulu? You don't know Lulu from Final Fantasy, brother? From Final Fantasy X? She's stacked. You don't know Lulu? Bro. Hold on, Lulu, Final Fantasy X. Let me make sure it's not a fucking titty picture, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. You don't know Lulu, bro? Bro, Lulu. Where is it at? Lulu, bro. Hold on. Why can't I? Come on. Fucking cosplay pictures, bro. I'm not looking at a cosplay picture. All right. Well, this is the best I got. Here we go. Bro. Bro. That's Lulu from Final Fantasy X, boys. You got to be cultured. Cultured. But, yeah. So, she's going to be going up. It's going to be a good time. Bounty Wolf says, wow, I even know her, and I am not a fan of that. Well, there you go. There you go, boys. Anyway, so the battle's heating up, guys. It's going to be interesting. We will see how it ends up going from here. But we'll see, guys. Thank you so much for the insane support today. I appreciate it. Shout out to Camelot and Sebi for the raids. I appreciate you guys as well. Thank you so much. You're legends. We're going to go play Remnant in about half an hour or so. So make sure to go join us. We're actually going to raid ourselves over there on Hypnotic Gaming Live. I'm going to take a small little break, and then we're going to get ready to play some Remnant with Leon. So join us over there, guys. And if not, I will see every single one of you on the next one tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. Until then, you guys already know, man. Go be bigots and go be gooners. And shout out to the Hypno Mods. Oh, wait, hold on. I think we got gifted game. I'm almost positive I heard a notification earlier. Maybe I was bugging. Let me see. Watch it be something ridiculous. Hold on, let me see. No hearts left. I just finished Devil May Cry Season 2. I do not know whether to laugh or cry. It is so bad that I will sacrifice a human life than to get another season. Holy shit. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that to yourself? There are many people. Oh, this game looked fucking cool. This is the one that has like that, like you gotta, it's like that locking mechanism, that square locking mechanism. You gotta like go through all the, this game looked cool. This is the one that had all the hand-drawn art and shit. I remember this game. I remember reacting to this game. Yeah, man, this is awesome. The many pieces of Mr. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to No Hearts Left. You really should not have tortured yourself like that, though. That's not good, man. That's not good. Watch it be Mixtape. I already got gifted a Mixtape, sadly. So that's it. All right, boys. Shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what to do every single day. Appreciate you, and I'll see every single one of you on the next one. Until then, you guys already know, go be bigots and go be gooners. We're going to go raid ourselves now. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you can.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her Lady Jack. Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a queenie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns!
touch of the black man. I bring light. 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 That's right!
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.